specifically because Rusty's on the pod. I'm gonna order DoorDash and not tip.
Thanks. I got DoorDash on the way. Motherfuckers not getting tipped.
Is Sage not coming today?
Nah, something came up for him.
He was coming too much yesterday. Are we live? Are we live on the podcast?
Yes, we are.
We got a bunch of new users, so I need to know. Hey, welcome back to the greatest podcast on earth, the only podcast, or we still don't tip our delivery drivers. Fuck DoorDash. I'm not gonna lie, get another job. This is Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. This is the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. We're here with our special alternate permanent guest in replacement of Sage. Sage quit on us. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, Sage had something come up, so we do have. I don't even want to call him a guest. What are you calling yourself these days? Are you a guest still?
Yeah, at this point, I need a cut though.
Oh shit.
It's not coming. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry.
Bezos doesn't even send us the report. So
I see the pennies.
Oh
you guys,
my god!
I see the pennies you guys pay Rudy, so I know not to expect anything.
Oh,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
We tricked him. We told Rudy.
I'm only paying him quarters, so
we told him he's a part of the collective. Oh my god. NFTs. Listen, we got Rusty Buckets in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I also got my brethren with me. B-Souls, how you doing today?
Fine and dandy. Had a weekend with my girl. Watch a couple movies. If you guys haven't seen The Joker, I'm probably the only one that hasn't seen The Joker. Really good movie. Really good movie.
All right, Benjamin.
He said, if you haven't seen Oscar
Rusty calling me Benjamin now too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody's calling me Big Booty Benji, bro. You're Benjamin from now on, bro.
Big Booty
I don't know
Benji.
about that part of it. I'll call you Benjamin.
Oh, I know. Hey, shout out to Mr. GQ2U. You always have the hardest name to pronounce. I'm an MVP member now, baby. Show me some love. Yes, sir. Throw W's in the chat. Raise banana starting off strong. Not tipping DoorDash. I lost 600 at the casino. I feel like Damo when it comes to Russ and Dame. Oh man.
Nice. And then Damo, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, bro. Just been chilling, enjoying the spaces going on the last couple of days. It's been crazy on spaces. Yeah, bro, just been doing what it do.
I'm trying to drag this out so we can get to the part where we can curse and stuff like that. But nevertheless, hey, if you're new to this and you're true to this, I don't know how many people are in here right now. Somebody tell me how many people are in here right now.
228.
The 228 that are in here, if you're new to this and you're true to this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like. Make sure you hit that description box where all the social medias and stuff will be. If you're not a member, become a member. We have special things for the members, specifically the members only group chat. Listen, bro. I don't think there's anything else to say about the members only group chat. It's starting to get out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the greatest thing alive. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't focus on my day-to-day tasks because of the members only group chat. Listen, so make sure you become a member in order to take advantage of that. Comment down below something. I don't know. No, we don't wear pants. No, we don't wear pants.
No.
Follow us on the Let's Keep It a Buck Shorts channel. It should be somewhere down there. He's a moderator. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that.
Hey, shout out to the TikTok, man. 40K on TikTok.
Shout out to the 40K on TikTok.
That's like 5 subscribers on YouTube.
No. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's exactly how I translate it. I think it's 7 to be quite honest with you. Yeah, if you are in Twitter, the Twitter spaces go lit every single time. If you are an Apple Podcast listener, we love you. Spotify, get it together. Yeah, grow up and get an iPhone. But if you're an Apple Podcast listener, we love you. We love the fact that you send those 5-star reviews.
I have an iPhone and I have Spotify. Fuck that.
That's weird.
Apple Music sucks.
Wait, but before Omar goes, let me read off the super chats because they going crazy.
They going crazy.
Chronic Chaos says, how much I got to pay to have a permanent spot in the spaces? Sick of getting kicked. I ain't gonna lie, Chronic. We've seen you in the spaces. You all got the low mass profile picture.
Oh no! He upgraded. Let me tell you. I'll address that in 2 seconds. I'm gonna address that in 2 seconds. I'll address that in 2 seconds.
All right. Shout out to Sage J, for the membership.
Y'all are getting paid a lot. What the fuck?
Rusty, how the fuck you always here but not on your own pod?
Allegedly, that's going to be relaunching, but why am I not always on the pod? Because it doesn't make any damn money.
Hey, switch to YouTube. Hey, switch to
YouTube. YouTube.
What are you talking about?
Get another one. How do I join spaces and group chats and all of that? Well, if you said you're an MVP member, that ass just DM me, Omar, or Damo. Don't DM
that order.
He's not gonna answer you. Damo's actually gonna answer. Omar's actually gonna. I'll answer. Sage ain't answering. We'll add you to the group chat and the spaces. I mean, it's honestly a first come first serve at this point. You know, the real ones get up on stage first. People that are on there.
I'm gonna address that though. I'm gonna address that. But yeah, if you're on Twitter, make sure you're on Twitter. The conversations run the gamut from honestly, we really talk about basketball. We talk about a bunch of different things, and it gets crazy in there. But listen, let me read these 5-star reviews. Read Now Please says best podcast in the lands. No cap, sexiest podcasters there are. Need more with the whole groups though, for real. Keep up the good work, boys. And Briz U says, twin, this podcast fire. Bring Low on more. Omar with the glasses, looking on timing. Fave podcast. To be honest, Benjamin and Sage are demons. Dom got some legendary takes too. Listen, we love those, bro.
So this is podcast just fan mail now?
Fan mail. It's all fan mail in the intro. And
this shit has changed since the last time Rusty was on. I ain't gonna lie.
For all you grandpas out there on Facebook, keep watching. I know it's gonna it's gonna take you a minute to figure out how to send the hate mail back to us. So keep watching until you get there. You gotta wait for your grandkids
send us hate
home.
mail on Messenger.
Yeah.
See how that goes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I think my checklist is scratched off. Bezos, you got something for me?
I'm good. I think.
No, I think you got something for me. I think you do.
What?
Play the intro, you weirdo. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
How? Yeah, Rusty, come to the meetings. Come to the meetings and you'll know.
That was clean. I liked that.
Come to the meetings. Anyway, for those that don't know, oh shit, am I frozen? For those that don't know about you, Rusty, introduce yourself because we've gained substantial following since you've been here last, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, not so subtle flex. I make NBA YouTube videos.
Rusty Buckets, ladies and gentlemen. Yay!
Woo!
By the way, my webcam is kind of shit because the one that I do have got lost in the mail. So this is the default Mac webcam. Not lost in the mail, lost in the move.
You got a cam link? Did you used to have a cam link or no?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
That's it. This is the what MacBook is this?
I don't know. I got it in 2018. Whatever the newest one then was.
Jesus
so
Christ.
2017 probably.
This is not bad. I ain't gonna lie. I got a 2013. This looks funny.
You got a
lot. Listen, for those that are trying to figure out how to get up on Spaces, because I'm telling you, for those that are listening right now and don't know what I'm talking about when we talk about Spaces, it's Clubhouse on Twitter, it's Green Room on Twitter, it's a talk forum on Twitter. It's a phenomenal thing. If you're trying to wonder how to get on stage, if you're trying to wonder how to get into those, get your opinions across.
Why would you try to wonder?
They're trying to wonder. I don't know. That's the way I'm phrasing it today. If you're wondering how to get on stage, trying to wonder at least, it's all about the group chat and it's all about being in there first. We are rotating people. Sometimes we do get stuck, but if you are also a silent participant on stage, you will get kicked. I'm sorry. And with that being said, some people hold precedent. If you were in there earlier, you saw Kai and Phantom. Some of y'all got to get kicked for Kai and Phantom. Some of y'all got to get kicked for the women. Yeah, B-Souls got kicked. It's for the culture. Having a
Riz for the content. I was fine with it. I'm like, all right, I'll take them for the team.
Riz Academy with the original, like the Riz Academy create. Come on now, we got to have that happen. But that's to answer the question, Mr. GQ2U, and Chronic Chaos. But with that being said, let's go down some of these topics. I'm tired of this long ass intro. Lowe's NFT mask. Why doesn't everybody up here have a Low NFT Twitter profile pic?
Because they're not for the culture, man.
That's
an easy answer.
Because I don't believe in NFTs. No one's convinced.
Ironic, NFTs are still NFTs.
I don't understand what's there not to believe in NFTs. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's the purpose? What is an NFT?
What do you to track who purchased these things, to give money to the original creator, to have a permanent way to track these pictures and whatnot, bro. I don't understand.
Online
I was in desperate need of tracking a photo of a cartoon monkey.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Listen. When the metaverse comes around, which it's near.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm serious.
Hey, Omar, they don't get it, bro. When they come to our meta cribs and they see these meta paintings and they don't have one, it's all right, bro. They'll be losing out. It's okay.
I would not have agreed if we knew I was talking about NFTs. Can we not?
I'm just saying, if you don't have a low profile mask, it's still a pandemic turning into a bandemic. Get your mask up.
I will say the low mask thing, it is for the most part a meme, but I have been looking into NFTs, just like, what they are, because I'm still a little confused too. But being really like in one technically with the whole low mask thing, I mean, I get it. Like you join a community, you want to be a part of it. It's something that like the community deadass made valuable, at least, within that inner circle. So there's a value to these things. And motherfuckers, when they were hopping on stage and they saw everyone with a mask and you deadass couldn't get on stage if you don't have that mask, people were willing to pay, a graphic designer was just looking around. There was value in having one of those masks. So I think NFT people, they just take it to that next level.
You talking about the low mask, right?
Yeah.
The mask niggas was deadass just going, screenshotting nigga profile pic and taking to me like, hey, look, you got a man. People
wanted customized versions of it though, so they were willing to pay people.
Okay.
Open Photoshop.
Most people don't have it.
I know.
This dude Sean, bro.
This nigga Sean. But with that being said, listen, if you don't understand NFTs, all right, Facebook users, that's all I gotta say.
Let me read off the super chat first.
Go ahead, read off the super chats.
No lie, everyone that be on Spaces are real as fuck, especially people in the group chat. Hopefully we have more therapy sessions. All love to y'all and everyone on the members group chat. Appreciate it. All right, go ahead.
With that being said, I'm going down this topics list. We'll get into some basketball in a second. 2K is ass. Did anybody hop into that 2K summit?
I did for a bit, and then I just got mad and left. I mean, it was pointless.
I haven't played 2K in 3 months.
Why?
Part of it's because I moved and I haven't set my shit up. That's not accurate. I played briefly for my 2K channel, but I literally have not played that game for anything but my NBA series, which I've discontinued in a long fucking time. It's just, I don't know. Just
I will say in that group chat, a lot of people, at least recently, haven't been playing it either. But you were one of the first ones that like stopped playing it compared to everyone else.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care, but
yeah, I don't even look at the group chat anymore because I'm like, I'm not playing.
That's what I'm saying. Playing. But yeah, I mean, it's just weird, but not really. It happens every single year. But specifically for this one, we wanted a good 2K, and it was there, but people aren't playing. And I think that was the whole point of the space. Why are views down for content creators? Why is there not no interest in the game? Agent was there. A bunch of other people were there that I'm blanking on right now.
I know Davis was there. Kenny was
everybody.
there.
Everybody was there.
Peter MC was there.
I can't speak.
The better Asian.
I can't speak for much because I'm not really that invested in the community. But from a content standpoint, I'll be real. A lot of the content gets repetitive, especially after years and years and years of it. What are you guys laughing at?
Nothing. I called.
No, I'll say I brought up Peter MC. Omar says a slight joke. The better Asian. Fuck you, bro.
He said the better Asian so fast. He said it so fast and under his breath.
They didn't let other people besides content creators. This is unfortunately feels like a tradition with 2K only lasting 2 months. I feel like though, if I could be mistaken, and I wasn't necessarily in the room because I don't play 2K at all. Did they not voice the same opinions that other people had? But even to Rusty's point, they didn't.
my fault. Go ahead, finish your point. I didn't mean to cut you
off.
off.
You 2K. And what I was gonna say to Rusty though is like, what's the next phase for them? Because honestly, as a 2K YouTuber, if your niche was I'm doing 2K, and there's a lot of those people that were up there that have like literally said, I'm gonna put my career and my life and my all into 2K. If they're seeing a decline 3 years into being successful, what advice would you have to them as like a content creator, as like the pivot?
I don't know. I think other than Outliers, I don't know that game. I think it's kind of foolish to make your entire career based on one game, even if it's a game that has a yearly cycle. Like, it feels like very often there's guys who will come up for a while and they're like around for a year or two, and then people just kind of get tired of them. And I think that's part of the reason. It always seems like, especially by comparison to like the NBA YouTube community, there's just guys in the 2K community who blow up out of nowhere. And I think it's just because it's almost like a cycling thing where they're like, okay, we need a new guy in here because we're tired of all this old shit. There are outliers, of course. Agent Kenny would be some examples of those. But overall, it seems like guys filter in and out all the time. And I think it's just because I don't think there's that much that you can really do content-wise at a certain point. And I also just feel like with the game in general, I think I might have just gotten older. Like, genuinely, I think I'm not as easily entertained by sports video games as I used to be.
That's true. I've noticed that too, both in the NBA community and the 2K community. There hasn't, again, there have been a couple. Motown Noah and Dylan Does Basketball is one more recent. But there haven't really been that much like most improved, like rookie of the year type of content creators. Mm-hmm. At least to the level degree of the like, there's 5 candidates every year. Specifically the last 2 years for 2K21, 2K22, and the last years of NBA YouTube. There hasn't really been like a new creator that just dominated the scene.
I'm just saying in general, from being vaguely invested in the 2K community since I was like 13, I always, especially because I would watch those agent like news videos. It feels like there's a new name every year or two that's like, holy shit, and then the next year or two there's somebody else, and then they're not really talking about that guy anymore. I'm sure there are names that people more invested in the community could think of specifically, but that's just the pattern that I notice.
Damo,
2K dead. I ain't gonna lie.
Damo, go ahead, because
I was gonna say, yeah, with that whole the 2K Kage Summit that Bezos called it on Twitter, that shit was just clown activity to me. It was no reason to have all those big creators in there if you wasn't gonna hear from the motherfuckers y'all influenced to get the game, from the motherfuckers that you're making best build videos for, which I ain't gonna lie, that's what kills the game. I said this shit last year, the year before that. I've been saying this shit since like 16, 17. Content creators are why the games get so boring. You guys, on day one, there are 17 best build videos. The moment the game releases, there are 16 best jump shots. There's 18 new dribble pack, like meta dribble packages, and everybody has a copy. It's like the male 2K BBL. Like, everybody just runs and gets a BBL on YouTube real quick and runs on 2K, and then it's fucking boring. Then you have these guys, they get paid by 2K to promote the game for the first 2 months, and when everyone's saying, bro, this shit's gonna fall off, no, bro, this is the one. This is the fun one. This is the one we're gonna play. And then we have what we just had. Everyone complaining the game is boring. Everybody complaining about this on defense. That when it comes to builds. It's like, bro, y'all have the power. I wanted to come up in that space because I wanted to genuinely say, everyone up here, you're the problem with 2K. Y'all are why 2K gets boring after 3 months. If you motherfuckers want the game to be better, stop taking the bag from them. Stop playing the game. And I've had this conversation with people. Everybody says, oh, that's how they make their livelihood. The motherfuckers on stage in that space have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Some have millions. I'm having a mill. Some of these niggas are millionaires. They do not need 2K to be successful on YouTube. These guys are capable of uploading different content and being just fine. I understand if you're Johnny 20K with 20K subs on YouTube trying to make it on 2K. Yeah, probably making a switch right now. That'd be tough for you, Johnny, but it'll be better for you in the long run. But if you're fucking Davis, if you're G-Man, if you're Steezo, if you're fucking Swante, if you're fucking whoever, one of the bum-ass DF niggas, if you're any of them, bro, you niggas have a big enough platform to y'all can play Minecraft, y'all can play COD, y'all can play fucking spades on stream. Niggas are there for you. They're not even there for the content anymore, bro. Like, niggas want you as a creator. They don't care about your content.
I understand the hesitation from them in that aspect, though. It's hard to just be like, oh, yeah, just drastically change what you've been doing. To give credit to him, I think Agent right now, if he just stopped doing 2K content forever, he's just fine.
If you look at him and Davis, and I won't go too in depth, but him and Davis are like definitely I've moved away from that. So I don't even, to be honest with you, for me it wouldn't be a conversation about them, because they're like truly I'm away from that. Everybody in that house that is built off of 2K has truly moved away from that. Look at the frequency of posts and everything like that.
They've moved away, but they still know it's a big part of their revenue stream. So they all obviously want to capitalize and maximize the performance of that revenue stream.
When it does come out and then sponsorships, but when I say like their main focus, I don't know if anybody I'm speaking for the 3A and P members that do 2K. I don't know if any of those three that focus mainly, like their number one is 2K. Their main channel, their 2K channel.
Yeah. They're not. It's not how
I would even argue their second priority isn't their 2K channel, to be quite honest with you. So,
and the guys that have blown up.
Okay.
I think the creators. I think the creators are, they hold some of the blame, but I think at its core, it's still the game. I mean, when you have a game where it's the same freaking game modes every single year, can't really make that much content off of it. And it gets boring. Like even if you don't want content.
The thing is, because they're so desperate for content, anything that is there, they'll milk that shit dry. Like, it's like, okay, we need to get everything we can out of this. Like, they're burning. Like, I know people have talked about like 2K doing content intermittently throughout the year, and it's like part of the reason that feels so necessary is because every content creator just milks that shit until there's nothing left. And if that wasn't the case, maybe it wouldn't feel like the content burns out that quickly.
But that's because they know by March, like anything that they do will be irrelevant. And even if they didn't create as much, I think that might still be the case. Like by March, anything they do on that channel.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a cycle that's kind of hard to blame on them specifically. Like it's just kind of
that's a game problem.
Well, I'm not just the game. I just mean that's like that type of mentality that results in that happening is a very like, I don't know, that's fucking capitalism and YouTube for you. Like we're gonna burn through this shit and try and capitalize as much as possible.
I feel you. I mean, my thing is just, yes, the problem, it does come down to mechanics and gameplay, but my thing is they won't change that if they feel like, yo, people are just gonna, these niggas are still gonna buy it. What's the point? I don't gotta put no game mode in there. Niggas are still gonna buy it. I don't have to change this, that, or the third. Motherfuckers still gonna buy it. So if we break the notion of if they can see that they can't get, that's wild. If they can see that they can't pay 5, 10, 15 high caliber YouTube influencers, like NBA YouTube influencers, like NBA 2K YouTube influencers anymore. If they see they're not with it because the game is trash, and they see a legit plummet in interactions, engagement, playtime, if they see that, if they actually take a revenue loss, if people stop supporting it, they have to change. Like there's nothing they can do. Like they're losing money.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
I also think you're giving a little bit too much credit to the influence of those creators, and that's part of me has to, say that with a grain of salt, just because I feel like I'm very hard to advertise to, and that's not everybody. But just in general, like I'm not buying the game because other people are playing it on YouTube. Yeah, but that's also their audiences are often very young, and that will. So I'm just
impressionable.
I think, but I don't think the reason that they sell like what is the amount of copies they sell every year, like an ungodly amount. I think you could blame maybe 10% of that on YouTubers, which is a large, sizable number. But I don't think it's enough that if that goes away, it's going to lead to sweeping change.
That's what I'm saying. They have such a monopoly on the industry, and NBA Live is so behind that if they are the only NBA game out there consistently, they're gonna dominate the market. Even if creators took a hand.
I have another thing. I don't feel like there's that much that mechanically wrong with this 2K. I think it's about as good as it's been in a while. I just don't fucking care, and I don't have a specific reason to blame on. Like I said, I think part of it is I've just gotten older and I don't really care anymore. Like I think in general, I don't play games the way that I used to.
That's a fact, though. I think that's what it is, Rusty, too. Specifically, even for the content creators, like, and not to be that old person or whatever talking about, you'll grow out of video games, but I think a lot of them, for the most part, have grown out of 2K. Like, to be honest with you, but to push back on Damo's point too. I don't think a lot of them could play other games. I don't think a lot of them could create other content either, like, truly.
And that's sad. So you're not a content creator, in my opinion.
Yes.
That just shows. Yes. And they struck gold when they weren't supposed to. They got a lot of these niggas got lucky, which cool. I mean, but that says a lot about you. Like, don't call yourself a content creator at that point. Call yourself a 2K player. Like, just say, "Oh, I'm a nigga to play 2K on YouTube," because you're not a content creator. Because all you do is you're ripping off this guy's thumbnail, you're ripping off that guy's title, you're ripping off this guy's build, and you're ripping off this guy's idea. So you're not a content creator. You're a content thief. That's all you are, a content criminal. Like, I don't. But again, that's been my problem with, like, the 2K community is the worst community I think I've seen when it comes to gaming. Like,
yeah, a lot of it is
the worst.
Copy paste. Like, yeah.
Go ahead. 2K is literally the most gimmicky game off top. Like, if you go to Fortnite, if you want to play a game, there's a menu, quick play, you're in a game. If you want to play with people, invite people, load into a game, you're in a game. With 2K, there's so much extra shit going on, bro. I just want to play basketball. The fact that I have to load into a My Player, walk around this dumbass city that I truly do not care about. I truly don't care about. The whole loading in and the got next spot, I never got that. I never honestly got the park hype. I've never been a big park guy. Bro, I just want to hop in a game, play with my friends, and play 2K. And that's why All-Star Team Up every single year going into the newest release of 2K is always one of the, funnest game modes, because it's just easy. Yo, let's squad up, get into a game, have some fun. We can get 10 motherfuckers in here at the same time.
You know what's kind of like a good metaphor for that is I forgot what his name is. The guy who, like, when you play a game with 2K, he goes is like, and we're here with this guy, and then everyone skips him immediately.
David Aldridge?
David Aldridge, that's his name. They're like, oh, we're here with David Aldridge. David, and then it cuts to the fucking game starting. That's kind of everything. That's what the city is to me. It's like, I don't give a fuck about that. Get out of my way. I'm trying to play the game. Like, literally the first time I'll play 2K, I'll be like, oh, look at this fancy, cool intro. I'm never looking at that shit again because I'm just trying to play the game.
Yeah. It's a lot of gimmicks.
I mean, and I don't necessarily say Chris Smoove raised a lot of them. I don't necessarily play video games at all anymore. But I just think
true.
I think a lot of these content creators, I guess if you want to classify it like that, Damo, then right, they wouldn't be content creators. And also, they just grew out of video games, like specifically 2K. And they also burnt themselves out because they had to create so much content. 2K has also burnt them as well, the company and the game. So I can't necessarily blame them, but they're tired of this shit.
On the, like, growing out of things thing, it's not even necessarily that you just grew out of it, but as you get older, you have more of a critical eye on everything. The more you understand about the games industry and all of that, you'll be able to look at what is good and what is bad. Or you could take this example to, like, movies or something. When I was a kid, my favorite movie was Elmo's Adventure in Grouchland. All right. I grew up, watched that shit. It was fine. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen. And now I go in a theater, and if I see, like, there's bad exposition, that shit stands out to me. But if I was 10 years old watching that fucking movie, I'm not going to notice that. Like, your ability to look at what's wrong and as well as focus on what's wrong just gets more refined as you get older. So, like, it's possible there were things that were always wrong with 2K, and then you didn't really notice that shit when you were younger, and then the older you are, the more and more you hone in on those problems.
I mean, that's true, and for those content creators in that space, I agree. But what I'm weirded out at is the fact that no one's filling in the void that they're leaving. if that makes sense. Like you would think like naturally there'd just be a new young creator that would fill in their space. The guys who are getting older, there's gonna be a new generation that's still, a little bit naive to the game, but that's not being.
To me, that shit looks like a sinking ship.
No, it is.
I'm not hopping on that.
No. It will always be another creator. You just don't know about them because I don't know how extensively you dig into 2K thieves, because I'm not calling these niggas creators. They're all thieves. I don't know how much you dig into 2K thieves.
I ain't gonna lie. It's literally my job. It's part of what I do.
To dig into the 2K thieves?
Like, no. Like the newest upcoming creators, what's working in the space and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Bro, I don't know a single creator who's up right now. A single creator, whether even in the MyGM space where they're not reliant on 2K news and the how trendy 2K is, their numbers are not up. They haven't been as affected as much because of the nature of their content, but no one is up, and that's concerning.
I feel you, but I just feel like if you was to get the 10 top most viewed 2K thieves, if they got up out of there and said, fuck it, I'm playing dice on stream, or I'm doing IRL streams, E-Day streams, whatever, I'm pulling the Aiden Ross.
That's a pivot.
If they just decide I'm not doing 2K no more, I promise you there will be an influx of new people. Like, I didn't think the 2K community, I didn't think it was possible to grow up being a 2K thief until fucking Speed and Aiden. Like, Speed and Aiden proved me wrong. I thought the shit been dying. Aiden and Speed blew up. Now, yes, it wasn't because of 2K. It was because of them as personalities and antics and shit they done that blew them up. But their ground core fan base came from 2K still. Like, at the end of the day, like,
Ross.
I can't either. Like, that nigga's weird. Speed is, I feel bad for Speed. Like, somebody got to really talk to him. Like, niggas is mooching off Speed. That shit's sad. But yeah, I feel like there's always going to be a lane for 2K thieves. It's just, as the quicker the game gets boring and the more shit doesn't change, I agree with Rusty. The ship's just going to sink eventually. Like, it's going to get to a point where it's like, nigga, who plays that game anymore?
I'll ask. I guess this is a good question to ask for B-Souls because you kind of already have been doing this. But do you get concerned about like being like just the NBA guy? Because I try and pivot away from that too. Like, part of the deep dive series is like trying to talk about shit that goes deeper than basketball, so I don't have to be only talking about basketball. And then my film essay, video essay channel, I plan on really going hard on that next year because that's another avenue where I can hopefully feel like I can get something there, and then I'm not just the NBA guy.
Oh, I mean, definitely. I mean, a part of the reason why I started this podcast was to stray away from just being the NBA guy. Now talk about NBA every fucking day, but it is what it is. I've made a 2K channel just to even like stray away from just NBA analysis. I've made like a vlog channel. I've made a reaction channel.
Do you not feel the temptation to like bring it back to the NBA though, because you know that shit's gonna get more views?
Oh yeah, I mean this year specifically, I made this. I mentioned this on my post. Like, bro, I've made so many adjustments this year, of like, yo, I want to be more personality based. But then I'm looking at my channel. I'm like, nah, the video essay videos that I'm usually good at is, that's my bread and butter. That's what's gonna get me views. So let me go back to it. But then I get burnt out doing those. I want to get back to, more personality based, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm just making the personal commitment to like commit to it for a solid 2 months and not quit on it. So fast.
I'm trying.
So yeah, I definitely see where you're.
I'm trying desperately to get back into the deep dives because that allows it to go way beyond just typical basketball shit. Like my Greg Popovich video, I have never been more proud of a project than that video because it's so not normal NBA YouTube shit.
Right. I feel you, bro. I hate going on Twitter Spaces and being judged as the Russ slander guy. I hate fuck a label, right? Like,
you're not leaning into that because it seems like you're leaning into
that. let me be the
like
last
me
one
when I was 17.
Let me be the last one to say before we move on to it. And I think that's like the warning that everyone was giving those early creators, and even the ones that are coming up now. Getting stuck in a lane without building out your personality and devising a plan to be able to pivot and shift is going to prove detrimental to some of these people. And of course, I'm not talking about the Agents and Davises of the world. And those are the people that I see. That's why I'm speaking about them specifically. But there was a couple of guys up there that were between 100K and like 499K, 500K. And I thought to myself, if you get stuck in 2K right now, because I've seen you try to attempt like a second channel and it's not like you don't post anymore for a reason. If you get caught in there and you're waiting for the fringe sponsorships, the smaller brand deals, and just waiting for the next 2K to come around so you can pump it out for like a month and some change to get views, like I don't think that you'll be able to build a sustainable career. And
that's
like
not
Damo,
sustainable, bro. That sounds horrible.
Like Damo said, like you're I don't want to say content thief, but at that point you're not truly a content creator, which some of them aren't. But if you're sitting at 120, 250 somewhere subscribers and you're waiting for the new gaming chair company to come out to send you a couple $1,000s that can hold you over, you gotta go back to school. Like for real. I ain't even trying to joke.
I feel the cycle is only like 2.5, 3 months off for the NBA, but even that stretch of time is brutal. Like I was going through one of the worst depressed states of my life, and then the dead of the NBA offseason happened. I was like, dog, I'm looking for the tallest building near me right now. Like, this shit's ridiculous. The offseason got so difficult. And it's like, I don't like relying on that at all, let alone like a 2 month is the only time things are going well cycle.
Dama, do you have a question?
So the offseason, I'm about to say, so for you guys, Souls Rusty, the offseason, when the offseason comes around, I know like being around BSOs these past couple of years, I know that's when shit slows down. Is that not a good time to just, since you know the numbers are already going to take a hit because the season's over, like there's nothing to talk about, since you already know like creating content for the NBA in the midst of an offseason, unless it's, oh shit, crazy draft signing, or not draft signing, but crazy free agency signing or some shit, is that not a good time to experiment, try to branch out personality-wise, just for the offseason, at least just to get that out there to the fans? Or is it too much of a risk for the content?
That's perhaps the right approach. I'll say you want to upload videos enough that it just people don't forget that you exist, because that can happen. Mm-hmm. At least in the case of the last offseason, I guess I just have a short memory because I don't remember it being as brutal as it was the last time. Maybe it's because I'm actually making money this time around that it feels like, oh, it's not there anymore. But I was also like, hey, I'm about to put a down payment on a house. Could I maybe make some money? That'd be great. I don't know. I feel like I did a lot of experimenting in the regular season last year with the deep dives. So I don't know. In that case, not really for me.
I think the offseason is pretty short in terms of the NBA community, because after the season ends, there's draft content. Then straight after that, there's off-season content, and until all the big moves are fleshed out, I mean, you can clickbait the fuck out of your titles and thumbnails.
It's only like a 2 month stretch that it's really just nothing.
Yeah,
but those 2 months are brutal.
Yeah, but that's still nothing to compare to like what 2K YouTubers have to go through where after 3 months of launch.
Yeah.
Imagine the NBA season.
That's what I was saying.
By December, motherfuckers dead ass don't care about the NBA season. Like that's tough. But Damo, to answer your question, to me personally, the main reason I'm doing this pivot I am right now is I'm just tired of just making content for the sake of just talking about the hot take. Yeah, in a way. And that seems redundant because I'm doing reactions right now. But I just don't want to make like take specific videos, like opinionated videos that I know that are primarily recency bias takes.
My dream scenario is I can just do one deep dive every 2 weeks on my main channel, and my second channel is where I upload everything, and I just never upload like video, essay, or scripted type of basketball videos outside of the deep dives on my main channel. So just 2 uploads a month. But I got a mortgage to pay now, so I'm kind of afraid of making that jump, even though there's a world where that's semi-feasible because the second channel does so well. But yeah, I don't know. Because I agree. I don't really like, I'm kind of just the regular videos I make on my main channel outside of the deep dives just exist for the sake of existing for the most part. With
that being said, let's transition into some basketball. You got some super chats you want to read, Vsauce, though?
Hayden Brissett said, "Damn, this is depressing." Ain't gonna lie, it is what it is. Let's see. A couple of them just straight money off the strength,
the love.
So I'm saying, let me read Crazy Bananas real quick. I think I got burned out of 2K. I played 2K since 2K9, but 2K22 is the first 2K I haven't played it at all. Ivan Weaver says Elmo's Adventures in Crouchland is good. I don't know what that means.
That's the movie I referenced earlier. That was my favorite movie as a kid.
And then he said Chris Move raised a lot of these 2K.
I don't agree with that. They're not really similar to Chris Move at all. I've not seen a 2K YouTuber that reminded me of Chris Move. He's too different. He might have got them.
I see a lot of 2K thieves that just do the same shit for years and years and years. I've seen a lot of that.
But Chris Move like uploads My Career. Like who's doing that really?
I mean, he was uploading My Career when it was popular. Did upload a My Career when no one cared, and still blows My Career.
Yeah, I will say like the 2K
sticking with it.
Go ahead.
I was about to say the formula of sticking to your niche and digging that fucking oil mine until there's no more oil left. That's a Chris Move like theory right there.
It's stick and down mode.
I didn't even want to go there, but I'm just talking about like the creators you're thinking of. Whoever influenced them probably got influenced by Chris Move. So it might not be just a direct influence from Chris Move, but in some ways it's kind of like Kanye music. It's just
to me, Chris Move is just a separate entity. He's just different.
With that being said, let's hop into some basketball stuff. Let's get off the depressing topics. LeBron assaulted a man tonight.
I didn't see that live, unfortunately.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he punched him in his eyeball, but that's awesome.
Why are we giving shit to Isaiah Stewart? That's one of my favorite players.
Because he's a dirty player. One of your favorite players is
not.
Yes, he is. Isaiah Stewart's fucking horrendously dirty. He's 6'9" Patrick Beverly. That dude's a dirty piece of shit.
I'm about to block you on Twitter for calling him 6'9" Patrick Beverly.
For the second time. That nigga's, bro.
Wait, hold on. We need a red table talk between Damo and Rusty. What's going on, bro?
I have never seen Isaiah Stewart be dirty. I can't speak for that game. I didn't see the game. But everything else.
Not that game.
He's a hustle player and he's hard-nosed, but he's not doing dirty plays.
Hard-nosed.
I've watched him genuinely elbow Jarrett Allen in his head coming down with the rebound on purpose. Grab it out the air. He looks and makes eye contact with Jarrett and then comes down in the air, elbows him in the head. I've seen him see he's about to get dunked on and take the dude out the air. Like literally jumps in the air, looks up, sees Jarrett with the ball, and says, "Oh no," and throws his butt out for no reason and takes Jarrett out the air. I've seen him make countless dirty plays. If we're the same community that will call Dellavedova dirty for playing hard, if we're the same community that's saying, "Yo, Pat's dirty for diving at legs," the shit Isaiah Stewart has been getting away with, just this season. I haven't even looked at his rookie year. Just this year alone so far, the shit I've seen him do is utterly disgusting. Like, Isaiah Stewart is a fucking menace. I don't think he should be allowed to play the game of basketball anymore. And I'm being dead ass serious. That nigga's he's too big and strong to be that damn dirty. Bro, he could fucking hurt some. Like how LeBron accidentally did that. He would do that shit on purpose and really fuck somebody's eye up. Like Isaiah Stewart's a piece of shit. Like I'm not saying this
those dirty plays you're talking about, but it does seem like you have watched them more than I have. So
I've watched a lot of Beef Stew, as they call him, because it's a great nickname. I've seen a lot of Beef Stew because I actually enjoy the Pistons, although this year not so much until Cade came back because they really fucking sucked early on. But I don't know. I'm not denying that those plays happened, but in my experience watching Isaiah Stewart, which I think is more than most NBA fans because it's the Pistons, I haven't really seen that. I definitely think he's physical, and that can result in plays like that happening occasionally, but I don't think there is intent behind anything that he does like that.
How many Pistons games? Not just like Beef Stew highlights and Beef Stew mixes, like actual Piston games. How many Piston games have you watched, Rusty, so far this year?
This year, probably like 3 or 4. Last year, probably like 20 something.
I've genuinely watched every Pistons. I've watched any game they've played. A top 5.
Why are you watching every Pistons game?
Yeah,
because because I had the free K take, and my thing is, at least this season, I'm trying to watch a lot more basketball than I did. It's so stupid
to say free a rookie. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's because I think That's because I think Pistons is just a bad franchise. So, and I could be wrong. Like they
have operated well for the last year and a half. Yeah,
that's fine. So literally half of my life they've been bad. So 1.5 years of them being cool. I still need to see more. I'm still saying free K because I don't trust them.
They have different management. That's the thing. That
I'm pretty sure
fair to put it all in the same camp. Like that's like saying the Bulls don't put a player on the Bulls because of their history with Garpax. Like Garpax isn't there anymore. Who gives a shit? It's the same thing.
No. Have they had the same front office since 2009 up until the time they recently switched? Has it been the same exact front office?
I don't know, but the current GM has been fantastic.
Again, what I'm saying is, unless somebody fact check me, please hit me with the Carfax. Have they had the same consistent front office since 07, 08, 09 up until 2019, 2020-ish? Because if not, that means they've had plenty of different guys in their working operation. I just think that franchise is bad. There's nothing you need a new owner when it comes to shit like changing a direction of a franchise, changing the whole mentality of a franchise. It starts with a new owner half the time. With the Clippers,
the Bulls owner has not changed. Management changed, and they've been significantly better as a result. And the Pistons have done a good rebuild ever since they moved on from Andre Drummond.
But the Bulls aren't a poverty franchise. The Bulls have showed you they can put together.
There's no actual argument that you're making. You're just saying bullshit. You can say, "Oh yeah, they're poverty." End of discussion.
So again, the Bulls have put together plenty of teams that
they were a fucking poverty franchise from a management perspective.
The Bulls for a Derrick Rose led teams, he gets injured. Then you have the fucking Jakim Noah being third in MVP.
Jakim.
Then you have
Jakim.
Jakim Noah? Is that Jakim Noah?
Joakim Noah, bro.
Joakim, Hokeem, Bokeem, I don't care. King Noah, ugly shot. When they had him as the fucking third MVP goddamn race, they were a solid team. When Jimmy Butler was leading the team, they were a solid team. I'm just saying the Bulls have had multiple playoff teams, challenging teams to that upper echelon. They have been good teams. The Pistons, they have not constantly had good teams. They had one year when Drummond made the 8th seed by himself with I think they still have Brandon Knight and Brandon Jennings. Then the next time it was when Blake got there, and that was only for 1 year because then Blake got hurt. Other than that, they were literally a poverty franchise.
I'm not denying that the Pistons have had a bad fucking track record. In fact, I would say the decision to build a team around Andre Drummond is the single craziest decision in the NBA over the last 20 years. But it's new management, and they've done good since. Until they're doing some whack shit, I'm not going to say free Cade. I think that's ludicrous to say based off.
They've had 2 draft classes. They had Cade. What this past draft is Cade and who? Who's
their draft before this one? Their draft
and I was about to get you.
One.
Yes, with Beef Stew, with Sadiq Bey, cool. Killian Hayes, they're still we're still waiting for Killian Hayes, so that one didn't hit.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
But
Killian Hayes' ass.
No, we're not.
Killian has been good lately. Killian has been good lately.
No, yes. They're saying Killian is trash.
No, yeah.
I don't care what they're saying.
I'm willing to wait. Listen, Rusty,
Killian Hayes is the worst player to ever touch a basketball. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Real quick, Damo, can you turn off? Can you turn on and off your camera real quick? I don't know why, but the camera.
You know what? Can I say this? Bro, I remember they said this on the podcast. You guys said this on the podcast with Nick. If you're such a Lonzo guy, I would think that defensive playmaking point guard who right now can't put the ball in the basket would maybe get just a second of opportunity to figure his shit out. But regardless,
I said I'm giving you time. I said
yes, he does.
Hey,
not significantly where it's give him a chance. But even me, I'm still saying I'm waiting for him. They're saying he's trash.
And they're wrong.
He's trash right now. When Lonzo was bad those first 2 years, he was also trash back then.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not going to say they haven't hit on that pick. I mean, it hasn't hit yet, but I'm not saying it's an outright.
I'll tell you what, if they had Sharif Cooper right now, they'd be doing better. That nigga's ass.
Crazy.
But Killian Hayes, if they had me, Killian Hayes' ass, bro.
But what I'm saying is,
that Tristan
yeah, that's
I don't know why I'm going to bat over the fucking Pistons.
That was
Can we
Killian
move
Hayes.
on?
I was
don't
channeling
care.
Killian Hayes. Hey, if we're talking about ass franchises, listen, wait, first and foremost, I want y'all to know I ordered this Domino's pizza. Not through Domino's, the delivery driver. I ordered Domino's through the DoorDash app just to not tip a DoorDash driver.
What the fuck?
Congrats on being an asshole. Anyways, can we switch on from the Pistons?
If we're talking about shitty franchises, let's switch over to the Kings. They finally fired Luke Walton.
Hallelujah. That's a great transition.
Give the round of applause, please.
Congrats on making the single most obvious decision ever.
It took them so long to make it that it's ridiculous. He is so bad of a coach, and he has only gotten them worse every single year.
If you guys want to talk about bad ownership,
they're horrible.
Because the thing is, the Kings ownership,
the Queens,
I think his name is Vivek Ranadive, is how you say his name.
Yeah.
He is so invested in the decision making, and that's the problem. He's not hands off at all, and he's hands on without having any fucking idea what he's doing. So it results in the fucking boneheaded decision after boneheaded decision. And what's gonna save the Kings is someone else managing them, or someone else owning them rather, because that guy not cutting it. And I think change coach, change players, whatever, it's not going to go far enough so long as that guy owns the team.
It's crazy. I don't think he's had terrible pieces. It's just that Luke Walton move and the length of time that Luke Walton has been here has been.
Well, Vivek has been there for I think he's been there ever since the Chris Webber days.
I just know he's weirdly obsessed with Buddy Hield.
He was responsible for all of the poor decisions made with DeMarcus Cousins there. And when Dave Yeager had the team at 500 for the first time in fucking forever, he fired him, which made no sense to anyone. He apparently also proposed, he went to one of the coaches. This is something I'm only vaguely know about. Went to one of the coaches and was like, hey, what if we played 4-on-5 and had one guy constantly cherry picking?
What the fuck?
And that's the guy who's in control of decision making. And the thing is, some of those Kings teams with DeMarcus, if you look at the starting lineup, it's not awful. And for someone as good as DeMarcus Cousins was, should have been enough to be at least an 8th seed. But constant mismanagement, awful culture, awful hiring decisions. Yeah, I'll fully say that the Kings are fucking just useless until he's gone.
Who in the West at that time were the Kings supposed to be better than with that roster? Because
I'm saying roughly speaking.
I'm just saying, with the rosters that he had, they shouldn't have been. I mean, with a player like DeMarcus, you should have built better. But the teams they put around him, outside of, I want to say it was one, outside of when Tyreek Evans' rookie year, was it?
Yeah, but DeMarcus wasn't really there yet.
Yeah, DeMarcus wasn't there yet. And then Reek fell off. And then you had guys like Jason Thomas starting. You had all these.
I'm trying to recall the roster correctly, but there was Darren Collison and Rudy Gay, which is not amazing, but it's those are two good NBA players.
Yeah, they're good.
And DeMarcus Cousins was putting out 28 and 15. So it's you feel like you could figure that out to some extent.
And there's some years, Damo. There's some years where they're at least competing for the 10th and the 9th seed.
Yeah.
And this is against not a Kings team. They're supposed to be. I think this could be the case. I have to look into it a little bit more. I'm looking at a Utah Jazz team in 2015-16 that they definitely could have been better at. And then all-star DeMarcus Cousins is on your team, but you just got a shit coach.
But wasn't that Jazz team deeper? I mean, depth matters.
Better
that Jazz
coach.
team wasn't
better coach. Better coach.
I feel like a lot of those teams you wouldn't say were that crazy deeper compared to the Kings if the Kings actually had a good coach that knew how to maximize their players.
I will say though, I have seen very few players retroactively become more overrated than DeMarcus Cousins. There are very few.
It was a couple months ago when they were still talking about Prime Boogie versus Jokic and Embiid.
Which is not a conversation.
And I don't know if it still is because Jokic he's a beast. He is a beast.
Jokic is pretty separate from Embiid at this point.
Yeah, so he's separate from Embiid at this point. Like, fuck out of here. Nah, Jokic is.
And I'm even looking at years where they just like there's no consistency. Like they are at that 9th, 10th range competing for the 8th, and then they drop all the way down to like 12th in the West. So it just doesn't make too much like sense, or even lower than 12th in the West, I should say.
I'm gonna actually Google that 4-on-5 thing just to like confirm that that's not some shit I made up.
All right, while you're at that, let me read some super chats real quick because there's been a lot.
Read them, Zaddy. Come on now.
Kenny Griffin says, "Bro, B-Souls, please make some more what if content." I'm sorry, I can't, bro.
Yeah, no.
If I just said those video essay videos were burning me out, I'm telling you right now, bro. One of those videos takes 2 weeks to make, so I'm all set, man. Aiden said Hoodie Sean when we were talking about the My Career stuff. My boy Krusty Buckets.
All right, this is from 2014. Report: Kings owner Vivek Ranadive has pitched a 4-on-5 defense, leaving one player to cherry pick. It is from Yahoo Sports.
I don't know.
Let me read a couple more. My Don Dada says, Ayo, what's going on, folks? How y'all been? Been a minute. Oh, we're on YouTube now, man. I remember you from Twitch.
Oh, that's Don Dada? Yeah. Twin Dada. Twin Daddy.
Crucified donated 25 doubloons.
What is Hold on, now you gotta stop. What is PLN? What is PLN?
Those are doubloons. Those are genuinely doubloons. There's no way that's not doubloons. No way at all.
What is it?
What is a PLN?
What is it? Hold on.
Crazy Banana says we need Isaiah Stewart here with Damo and Rusty.
Yo,
that'd be hilarious.
It's a Poland Zloty, Zloty. It's Poland money.
I'll tell you what. If Isaiah Stewart isn't here, I'm definitely staying on his side.
If Isaiah Stewart was in the call right now, I would still call him a dirty piece of shit. Because that's what he is.
I'm gonna continue to defend him because that dude's huge.
I heard he was girthy too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. A couple more.
That girl ain't stopped that damn LeBron elbow.
Demo.
He called you Demo. Demo. Why you beefing with Detroit? Couple more. Aiden been going crazy, man. Never mind. He beefing with the Midwest.
The entire Midwest.
It's crazy.
That's an
Med
easy
said, "Yo, B Souls, play the T Jazz from Omar clip." I don't got his consent, so I can't
play it. I
can't anyways. Hold on. Let me read the rest of the super chats. Well, it was only 2 years too late to finally fire West Coast Jim Boylen.
I said while Jim Boylen was still a coach that I was like, fucking Luke Walton is lucky that Jim Boylen is still employed because it makes it not obvious that he's the worst coach in the league.
Is Vlade still the GM?
I don't know. I think he like stepped down not too long ago, but I could be mistaken.
All right, a couple more. Benjamin Souls for Kings GM. I wish. There was a year where Isaiah Thomas and Rudy Gay all averaged 20 points per game in the season, still didn't make the playoffs. They had talent. There were years where they had talent.
Bad coaching.
Horrendous coaching. And
cool, bro.
And did they have was Rondo on that team?
Rondo was not amazing.
Okay. No. But I'm saying if they had,
it wasn't that team. That was later on.
Okay.
That was one of the last few DeMarcus teams.
I'm about to say, was that the year he quit on the team? But that was a Dallas year. So
yeah.
No, that's horrible.
He went to Sacramento after Dallas, I believe.
Okay.
All right, let me pull up the clip, Med. Hold on.
Let's get into this. Rusty, I don't know if you know, I had the opportunity to play Tristan Jazz this past weekend.
Oh wow, how'd that go?
He's good. He's good. He's good. This kid is good.
There's a clip. I can't play the audio.
Look at him. What? Jesus Christ! Look at Omar. What are you doing? You like flight? What are you doing?
Stop it.
Hands up.
Look at his legs.
I can't even get mad at it. I wouldn't do any better. So
hold on, they're trying to double. They're trying to double. That was the weakest double team I've ever seen in my life.
I wouldn't even be able to remotely stay in front of him. So
oh yeah, I know I can't guard T-Jazz. I know I can't. You're a better man than me. Look at that. That behind that double behind the back was nasty. No cap. That was a 2K move. Look at Omar's feet. Look at him.
That's just a dick move. That was just being a show off.
And he got his nipples out, Omar. He did all that with his chest out.
Pink nipples at that, bro. He
did all that with the pasty chest out.
Going crazy.
No Davis clips. No Davis
clips. In your mouth. Yeah, nigga, open up. That's why. Look,
can you go back to that last clip. Can you go back and see how far of a three that was? Go back.
You let a man with zero chest hair do that to you.
No. He's got chest hair. It's all golden. Look how deep that is. That's the NBA court. I'm not gonna lie.
Deep in your mouth. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know how Russ felt. Huh?
How was your experience?
Yo, ISO me.
I don't even know what the event was, but I was
ISO me. All right. Listen. So first and foremost, I just got invited to go, hoop with the fellas. It was supposed to be a casual event, but then I heard there was gonna be some tryhards there, so I had to lace them up. I don't play basketball every single day, and that's the difference between somebody that plays basketball every single day and somebody that doesn't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a hand up every single time, and these were contested shots. T-Jazz is just hitting contested shots. I don't know how else to say it. Of course, it's a highlight reel, so you won't see the defensive, stops. You won't see the missed shots. You won't see things like that. But hey, got the best of me. We did win a couple of those games, though. I will say that. But yeah, it was a good time.
He keeps bringing up. He keeps bringing up the fact that they didn't show the misses and shit. And then I asked him yo, was there a game where he shot 30-40% just off the eye test? And I was like, nah. There was one game he dead ass didn't miss. There was another one he went 1 for 2. But nah, he dogged us. But they didn't show the bad clips. I don't get that.
There have been times in my life. There have been years of my life where I played basketball every day. Never been anywhere close to as good as that. So I don't know about that comparison directly. It's not as simple as playing it every day.
Right. It's not as simple as playing every day, but he's good. He's there's no doubt about it that he's good. Yeah. But at the current stage that I'm in, T-Jazz might be 21. I'm 25. No, I didn't say they were bad shots. That nigga took good shots. I ain't gonna lie.
Paul George had asked.
They're bad shots. He jumps really high on his shot too, which makes it harder to contest.
His brother Omar the next. Yeah, I am. But listen, I'm not saying that if you play every day. He's 21, I'm 25. At the stage that I am currently, maybe 21-year-old Omar, we're talking a different conversation. I still think he would have scored though. That's T-Jazz. I ain't gonna say that.
This is dead ass how NBA old heads fucking sound, bro. I swear to God.
I would have just stepped up. I would have stepped up at 20.
Get your Oscar Robertson ass.
How tall are both of you guys?
We're the same height.
They're both short. But look,
how tall are you guys?
5'9", 5'8",
5'8".
The thing is, I might be able to contest shots better if I was able to stay in front of him. But I'm positive Omar is significantly faster than I am.
Bro, so you're 6'4"?
3.
3. Okay.
I say I'm 6'4", but I'm 6'3".
Kevin Durant.
Well, I say I'm 6'4" because I feel like 6'3" is the last height that's not freakishly tall. But as soon as it's 6'4" or above, you're officially freakishly tall. And I like being that. So on Tinder, I'm 6'4".
Yeah, girls can't.
Listen, do we have another topic up? Another NBA topic up? Because I got a question to ask Rusty.
Wait, Damo was finna say something.
No, I was about to say, chat. This man Omar is talking about he's 25, T-Jazz is 21. In the NBA, when niggas is comparing ages, 25 isn't considered still a young motherfucker. I don't understand. He dead ass came up here and said, "Yo, Chad, look, man, I'm just 25."
So I'm saying, they don't make 25 and under lists.
You should just say. I think he meant I was better at 21 than I am now.
Nah, he's genuinely just saying, bro, TJ's younger than me, bro.
He is 21. He legitimate. I pulled that out my ass. He is 21.
I mean, I was better when I was 17 because I wasn't fat, but
I mean, and yeah, I didn't have other shit to do. I wasn't
being the content king.
I mean, I wasn't being a content king. I don't think. I think at 21, I might have not even been at school at the time. So I was dead ass going to work and going to the gym like every single day. That's all I had to do. So
I feel it, bro. Throw TJ on the bus. I feel like TJ, he's basically saying you a 21-year-old ain't got shit to do, but
stop it. No, he gets paid for it. Listen, and I'm not saying that he will be hooping in college too. And I think at 21, I didn't have a broken ankle too. So like that's like But again,
T-Jazz, what he's saying is he'd bust your ass if he was 21. That's what I'm hearing.
If ankle wasn't broke, and if he ain't have responsibilities, nigga, T-Jazz, you're getting strapped.
But to all the rec warriors and stuff like that, there was still good defense played. Like, of course, I'm gonna say it again, B Souls.
Not on T-Jazz.
For all the ones that don't realize it, because there's definitely some niggas that's gonna be in the comments that's like, oh my god, he went 100% on Omar. Listen, bro, he missed shots. He made a lot of shots though. I mean, he's a fucking basketball player.
I'll say on a Through the Wire episode, Kenny was talking shit about me because I've been talking shit about us 1v1ing for a while. So anytime I'm working out now, I look at that clip. I'm like, all right, Kenny, bet. I'm training.
You still ducking Damo smoke. I don't know.
Damo is not a favorable matchup. I like people smaller than me. Damo's not smaller than
me. What were you gonna?
Don't want that smoke.
I just said I didn't.
What were you gonna ask Rusty?
Listen, Rusty, it's been a hot topic on Spaces. What do you bring to the table, man?
I hate this conversation a lot. I hate this conversation.
Sounds like nothing. Sounds like nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sounds like he brings dick in the bank account.
Dick in the bank account. That's what Rusty bringing.
Doesn't matter.
Dick in the bank account to the table.
Bank account, a house, a cute ass dog named Thor.
If you're not paying all the bills, none of that matters.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Well,
hey, honestly, you don't have to answer the question. I just wanted to segue.
No. I want to talk about this conversation because it's fucking stupid. It's so cynical. It's so cynical about how relationships work. Like, I could not think of a more unromantic version of relationships than, here, sign this contract. Here's what I bring to the table. Here's what you bring to the table. We agree to make this exchange mutually. Like, if you're having to verbalize what you bring to the table and what they bring to the table, you probably have a shitty relationship from the onset. Like, how I know if I'm with someone that I like is if I fucking feel it. I don't be like, oh, well, she got good ass, so that's cool. Or she shouldn't be like, oh, well, he makes money, so that's cool. I'm just not interested in a relationship like that whatsoever. And there are people like that who are not going to be like, well, I wonder how much money he makes. Like, fuck that noise. And also, I'm fully against any notion of me paying for somebody else's bills. Unless you're my child, I'm not paying your bills, at least not in full. That's for damn sure. I'd rather be alone.
I ain't gonna lie, the women in there that was talking about, like, if you are my man, you're gonna pay my car note that I started before we got into this relationship. That's why
there is no woman that is worth that.
But they don't.
Unless Haley Williams is watching this.
Well, let me say this. If she's pregnant, I think everybody can agree that that's probably the exception. That's the exception.
Well, I wouldn't be like, hey, I make 6 figures, she makes $30K a year, we're splitting the mortgage. Like, I don't expect that necessarily. But you're not bringing no money to the table if you live with me. That's for damn sure.
You got to specify that. But with that being said, I don't know why people are so fascinated with making relationships transactional.
Exactly. That's what I fucking hate about it. It's not a transaction.
It's not.
It's I want them connection.
I want them to realize, like, your grandmother, your aunt, your mom, like, they were all miserable in their relationships because their relationships were transactional. Whenever they bring up those, my dad used to do this for my mom. Yeah, your mom also had no say so. Like, just in the day-to-day, like, operations of the household. She might have been able to pick the differences in bread. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But other than that, like, she just didn't. I'm serious, Rusty. Like, people's grandparents did not have your grandmother.
No, I don't disagree. I just thought it was funny you specified the bread.
Because she might, because honestly, and that's the thing that they used to do as well. Like, I pick up the lunch meat that we're going to eat this week. And I don't think that people realize that's how much control that your grandmother had on the situation. And that's it. Like, that's it. So for you to want that transactional shit is crazy.
I'm also specifically very, very, very attracted to ambition. And if your version of life is you sit in my house while I work, No, I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care how well our personalities mesh otherwise. That's just not a person I'm interested in. And if only 5% of the dating pool is actually like that, then hopefully I find that 5%, or I don't, and I'm alone. I got my hand.
That's crazy. And I've asked this question too in the spaces I've been in, because a lot of the conversations is on the phrase, and the conversation about the phrase, what do you bring to the table? And I've honestly just sat back and like, unless you're literally like Kevin Samuels, who your show, your job is to bring women up, bring people up, and literally try to get to know them in 5 minutes, because you're probably never going to see them again. Unless you're speed dating. I don't think anyone has ever fully asked the question. And Mustard brought up a situation on Spaces that's a little bit different. But 90% of the time, most people don't really even ask the question, what do you bring to the table? Like, is like when you're talking to someone, you get to know like the things you would want from asking
that question. I'm out. You ask me that question on a date, I'm like, that's interesting.
That's interesting, because that's what the spaces were about, Rusty. Like, is that phrase offensive? Is that offensive to you? Like when someone asks that?
The question is fucking cynical, and I'm not interested in the type of person who wants the answer to that. Like, the thing is, if I was just upfront about what I brought to the table, if I had that mindset, I would be drowning in it. I could just put on my Tinder profile my salary and my house, but I don't do that because I'm not looking for a superficial ass person where that's what's going to attract them to me. I want to be attracted to someone. I want to be in a relationship with someone on the basis of who we are as people, not their income, my income, how nice of an ass they have, or whatever the fuck. Like, it's so stupid. It's like, and why is the transaction always like, man make money, me have nice ass, that's transaction? It's like, why is it always that way? It's another version of it just being cynical, where it's boiling. That's the problem with it, is it's boiling the person down to the asset, and it's like, that's not who people are. You could use that for wordplay, but regardless, it's boiling people down to just the base things. Like, it's a checklist. I'm not dating a checklist. I'm dating a person.
Well, you don't have much to offer. I mean, that's what you got.
My thing,
I got more to offer than you, but okay.
Ooh. I'm talking about the women, Rusty. Shut up.
Okay.
All I gotta say on the whole thing, I don't feel like anybody in a healthy relationship is asking that question. I don't think any man in his right mind is going out asking that question. I feel like that question is usually brought up, like B-So said, in a situation where it's just conversational and it's not a person you're really like trying to engage. Like, you're just trying to talk. Like, it's a talking point. It's a topic of discussion. Like, and I had the mindset of, oh, niggas ain't really out here asking females that. So I asked my girl, like, yo, has somebody ever asked you that? And she said yes. And I asked other females that I know, and they're like, yeah, niggas asked me that before. And I'm like, and it's a trash ass nigga, right? And she was like, yeah. And that's when I went into space, and I was like, yeah, Mustard's just a trash ass nigga, because that's what trash niggas do, is ask that question. That's why I started the whole Mustard's trash campaign, because that's the type of nigga that would do that. Either a trash nigga or like genuinely mustardstrash.com. Literally. But
here's the answer. Go ahead.
I was about to say, it's literally just trash niggas, or it's genuinely that 1%, that guy whose lifestyle is so beyond like what we are used to. They genuinely ask me, what do you bring to the table? Because it's not worth my time if you're not bringing something that I'm looking for. Because I have options.
They don't be asking that.
You know what's crazy? I wouldn't know, because I don't know that many 1% type of niggas. I don't know.
Here's the answer to that question. If someone asks you that, you say me. I bring me to the table.
Ooh, you getting left at that table too.
Not the I am the table.
I don't know about that.
No. Genuinely, what I bring to the table is everything about myself. And if that's not interesting to you,
I am the table last motherfucker.
No. Shut the fuck up. If that's not what's interesting to you, then we have no basis on a relationship whatsoever. If you're not interested in me as a person, then I'm not going to date you. Just like if I'm not interested in you as a person, I'm not going to date you. I've been on multiple dates recently where the girl was just not that interesting. There was nothing on the table or on the checklist of things that was wrong, but I was just bored. It was like, okay, that's the end of that. Not interested. It's how that works. Is you should be with someone that you enjoy being with, and it's as simple as that. That's the end of the conversation, and it's also not a conversation we have to have every 2 fucking months on Twitter.
It gets the party going. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's just a conversation.
So Rusty is the table.
I mean, I'm not against the conversation. I don't see why so many people are against.
I guess, but the question itself is stupid. Well, the conversation is had all the time. I've seen the same conversation constantly. I'm done with it. I don't.
But let me.
But you work in a space where literally it's the same conversations. Nigga, the same basketball takes have been going on damn near for 5 years. You just replace the names. Niggas have the same conversations.
Who said I wasn't tired of that either, Tomo?
Hey, you got a good point.
But I will say the people that participate.
Kevin Samuels in 4 years is gonna be like, man, not this question again. Oh my god.
The people that participate in those conversations, specifically the ones that like host them and are like so gung ho about debating them and stuff like that. Those are the people that have nothing going on. That's what I'm saying. When you fall back on those things, here. They have nothing going on. I would even say in like the physical sense too, because it might even be something, but it's so little that you hang on to it and you want to do it. So it's like I have a fat ass, so I feel entitled enough to say, oh, what do you bring to the table? Or I have a successful business to an extent. It's more successful than the average one. It's not like crazy popping, but I have a successful business, so I feel like I can ask this question now. You have nothing going on in your life for real.
Yeah, you have nothing. You're not an interesting person. Like anyone who's asked that question on a date is the most fucking bland person. Like you listen what's going on in between their ears, just fucking win.
There's so many things to do before you even like bring up that question. Like it's crazy. Another big problem I had with those spaces is like they try to make it seem like, oh, let's have this conversation. When they're not having a conversation, it's literally an echo chamber of people having the same fucking opinion, bringing up one guy to shit on, and that's it. I mean,
I don't know. Extremely superficial people fucking trigger me, and that whole conversation is superficial.
But it's not even that. That's what I'm saying. It's not even a conversation. You're literally just presenting something, and that's it, and just bringing people to shit on them.
But also let me say before we keep it pushing. Also let me say, like, if you are that person that's obtaining that lifestyle that I want all my bills paid for, because that was another comment in that space, Rusty, is, oh, I need a man who can pay for all my bills. If you are that person or you come from that lifestyle, you wouldn't even be in these spaces debating this so heavily. What's going on is you're running into men that you are interested in and you're dating that aren't fulfilling those, and you're miserable at home alone. So
I love my bills paid too.
And I think we all would.
I've been trying to get a sugar mama. It's just not happening.
I think we all would, but it's like I don't think that, like, again, if you were
I got someone for you.
If you were in those rooms, if you were actually dealing with those types of men, you wouldn't be in these spaces debating whether or not men should do it or should not do it. You'd be getting it done and you'd be shutting the fuck up. Like, who cares?
It'd be one thing if that's how they existed within their spaces, but it's that they are like, oh yeah, this is how we're supposed to treat relationships in general. It's like, no, it's not. You live in a bubble of fucking cynical loneliness.
It's kind of funny. They thought Playback was a podcast. That was hilarious.
They was on their dicks for that. I ain't gonna lie. They was on their
dicks. They were definitely wild. I will say some of the girls we was talking to this morning and last night after that dumbass space. They did make a real good point. Them bitches ain't looking like every nigga that has a problem with that mindset of I need a nigga to pay my bills. Them bitches ain't looking for a nigga like you. Like, and at a certain point, it did dawn upon me, why the fuck should I care what the fuck this crazy bitch is talking about or looking at? Like, why give it attention? Like, at first it was like, oh, these motherfuckers is tripping. They disrespect the lower agent. Yeah, nigga stand. Yeah, but after that died down, it's like, bro, they really not looking for a nigga like us, like niggas that think logically. They don't want a nigga like that. So why do I care what you say in your fucking space? There's just no point in giving that shit attention. And I'm actually about to adopt that and keep that mindset. Anytime that conversation is brought up, like that, what do you bring to the table shit? If a woman genuinely is distraught about it, I know for a fact she's not for me, and I ain't got shit to like. We ain't got shit to talk about.
But you don't think those conversations and that mindset makes for bad relationships that end up being bad parents, and that's something to be concerned about.
But my thing is, when it comes to relationships, the type of people that I'm seeking aren't those people. Like, I'm not seeking those people. There's 7 billion people on the planet.
Well, you're not seeking nobody. You're not seeking nobody.
Well, yeah, I'm not seeking nobody. I love my woman. But my thing, when I was in the process of trying to find somebody,
nice save.
In fact, when I was in the process of finding somebody, the type of woman I wanted is the type of woman I found. Like, I didn't look for women that wanted niggas to fucking just pay all the bills. I didn't go for women that, I didn't go for I am the table ass motherfucker. That's just not the type of woman I see. So what's the problem?
Also, I do think we should clarify, by the way, even though it was women leading these conversations, like that's kind of a two-way street. Should I just sit and wait for him to finish laughing?
No, I'm gonna keep going. Go ahead.
Like, it's just as cynical to me if you're like, I want my woman to just have a nice ass and then sit in my house and not talk too much. Like, that's not a partner either. Like, it's a two-way street where it's not. If you're a man that wants that, I also don't understand you.
Shit. Let me say this. I could only imagine Damo's girlfriend or his fiance in the other room, like, oh yes, what type of woman are you still looking for? As her stomach is like sticking out, he's like, what? I mean, tell me. I'm gonna write it down. Shit, we can find them together. But let me say this, and we can move on. But Rusty, I don't really think, honestly, in my personal experience, and I'm usually not the one to cape for men like this, but I have not run into too many men that are just like, I dead ass want a trophy wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too.
I don't know that they'll explicitly say it, but I think there are plenty of guys that actually want that. It's like the guy who says that he
not me,
wants.
Right,
it's like the guy who says that he wants a girlfriend that watches sports, and then she does, and then he like doesn't actually like it. Like, it's something like that, where it's like they'll say they want this shit, and then they get it, and they're like, actually, could you be quiet and get a BBL for me?
Oh my god, could you be quiet and get a BBL?
Now,
shut up! Go to the fucking doctor. Get fucking implants.
That's not my scope of people either, because I feel like rappers, that's what they want. They definitely want the shut up and get a bigger BBL. But
I don't get it, because I enjoy.
But I hear people that work at Target saying, I have women that work at Target saying, yeah, I need a man that's gonna pay all my bills. If you don't shut the fuck up and push them carts.
Fully, I understand the want to escape the grasp of capitalism, but not realistic. What did he say?
If you don't shut up and push them carts.
I think it was that funny.
Like, come on, bro. No, but I agree with you, Rusty. Like, escaping like the hardships and the way that capitalism puts you down is like cool. But in reality, they just don't understand what that means. They don't understand that
in the world we live in, you can't expect that, really.
We gotta get the funnies going.
If you don't shut up and push them carts, it's going down as one of the top 5 quotables of this podcast.
And let me say this too, specifically to that point, because I remember working a job, and I remember specifically getting into spaces where I started to see more and more like famous people or whatever. And I said to myself, like, yo, I don't know how you think that with what you're doing, a motherfucker that's making $500,000 a year, $700,000 a year, that can put you in the lifestyle that you want, is just gonna walk in here and say, "My God, when you were checking me out, I was just so captivated at register 4. I want to take you out to dinner, and then I want to propose to you." Like, in all reality, like, what's the chances that Leonardo DiCaprio is walking into Publix and marrying checkout number 4, cash register person? Like, it's just not realistic. So for them to say it, I just don't think that they know.
Yeah, especially people who are like, "Oh yeah, I'm only gonna date the top 1%."
That's what That's the
good luck. Good luck finding one. It's not easy.
The women, like the Target and Foot Locker workers. First of all the women is going out here to get BBLs just to go back to your job at Foot Locker and Target. You're the fucking, like, bitch. That's terrible. That is awful. That's a wild thing to do. But those type of women, that's like, yeah, I just want this hooper or athlete or rapper just to come in and Captain Save-A-Ho me. The reality is they don't go into They don't go in the Foot Locker and be like, "Oh yeah, you gave me a nice discount on these Jordans, baby. Hey, let me buy you some." That's not how it goes. How it
They're
goes
not even
is
buying
you're at
shoes
his
at Foot
show.
Locker at that
Not
point.
even that. How it goes is you're at his show and he asks, "Who's trying to suck some dick?" And the girl he picks out is the one he chooses, and that's how it happens. So unless y'all bitches out here willing to suck some dick, y'all not getting that BBL for free.
Can I say, because this conversation can quickly stir into some sexist shit. I don't think most women are like this whatsoever, but it's a very loud minority.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay, yeah, we're addressing the loud minority, but I will say in those cases, I have definitely run into not the I want to just not be doing nothing with my life and have this man make all the decisions, women. I've definitely run into more like I'm waiting for this dude to come in and sweep me up off my feet, women. And I've only worked at like regular places, up until recently. So I never got that mentality.
Well, that's also got to be partially just because the standard is the man is the one who's more aggressive in the pursuit, like the first one to ask out and text first and all that shit. So, that's probably part of why that is. Not encountering a lot of men like I'm waiting for my woman to come sweep me off my feet. Like that's just not the way the roles work typically.
My woman
sure wish they did. It'd be a lot easier for me.
Let's go. Oh, we got some super chats, so.
Yeah. Crazy Banana says more likely to get struck by lightning twice and getting not terrible Arby's meat, I guess.
I should have left it at the first one. Not wrestling. Let's get misogynistic. No,
let's get jiggy with it, man.
I'm good.
A lot of them are. See a couple right here. I don't.
What?
Okay.
No. Because
he's making a point about how back in the day you weren't supposed to get a divorce, which is like a where you're talking about where the relationship is like a contractual agreement.
Oh, okay.
And so the thing they did was they took their lives instead of continue to be married to their husbands. Shit's crazy.
What does this mean, cool bro? What does that mean?
Is that basketball?
I would hope
Oscar
so.
proud right now.
He's Oscar proud right now.
Omar sounds like the old head who says he could have gone pro if he didn't get hurt.
Yo, how much are y'all making off of this shit? Good lord.
Hey, pocket watching not gonna get you nowhere. I ain't gonna.
Enough to pay.
I'm just asking.
Schmeckles. Enough to play Rudy Schmeckles.
Schmeckles is hilarious.
I'm just asking because we're thinking of relaunching the pod. We might have to do this shit. Good lord.
We'll talk after this. And on a serious note, further. Some other highlights of the week. Surviving Sophia, woman scam.
What was that about?
It's basically this
the one
woman
who scammed for.
That's the biggest
mil?
space I've ever seen, and that's why it's a news topic. Literally 20,000 people spam. I've never seen that before. 20,000.
That's wild.
20,000 live.
And before Omar explains the whole situation, Clubhouse, Green Room, kick rocks, bro. Twitter Spaces is here. It's not gonna
drop the bomb. Drop the bomb on
I ain't gonna lie.
Facts. You get to actually.
Yeah, that shit is not going.
And mind you, Rusty, there was a room like 2 weeks ago with like it was Jay-Z. It was like two other people, and they couldn't even pull 20K.
Oh, everyone got that dinner.
Yeah, everyone got that. It was something about Netflix, like the movie had just come out on Netflix, Harder They Fall, and Jay-Z and a couple other people, other black celebrities, but Jay-Z's name just really stuck out because I think he downloaded Twitter for a day and then deleted it, and what he spent his day was being on thing. But nevertheless, Sophia she was going around Hollywood lying to a bunch of celebs saying that she was so-and-so and this and that, Jack Harlow's baby mom. Somebody gave me an STD, but essentially she scammed them out of $1 million+. I
thought it was 11 million total.
No, they corrected that number. It was $1 million. Just
who all did she scam? Was she scamming rich people?
Yeah.
Oh, good for her then.
People in LA specifically.
If you scam rich people, I don't care.
All right, then. That's. I don't know how they fell for the I'm Jack Harlow's baby mama so many times without like texting Jack like, yo, bro, your BM is outside going crazy. But it is what it is. I don't know. Jury found Kyle Rittenhouse not guilty of all charges, every single last charge.
I'm not informed enough on
nobody's surprised. Like, nobody's surprised,
but I'm not surprised.
Why? You talking about you are because you're informed. Oh, okay.
No, I am informed. I am not surprised at this. This is just a repeating cycle. And I love everyone replying like, oh, you got to go vote. It's not changing shit. The system is inherently flawed and voting is not going to fix it. It needs to be uprooted and changed.
All you motherfuckers doing that get up and vote shit went out and voted for Joe Biden just for him to drop the N-bomb on national TV and say he stands behind Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Y'all are fucking idiots. Y'all are genuinely fucking idiots. I sat here on pod and said, y'all doing this push to vote shit is fucking stupid because it's not going to change anything. I was called all types of crispity crackety baboons for thinking like that, and I was called all this and that just for the motherfucker y'all voted for to come out.
What are you talking about?
That shit is so annoying.
The whole
crippity crappity baboons is that what he said? I ain't never seen those comments.
Damo.
I was definitely into like vote.
This was lighting up his ass right now.
That shit's crazy.
Yo, Damo, what they call you?
Crispity crackety baboon, bro. Like I was getting called all types of shit, bro. Actually, it's a different word, but I can't say it on YouTube.
Okay.
Spoon with a C. SP with a C. I was getting called crispy crackety raccoon, motherfucker. That's what I was getting called.
Yeah. I don't know how much of that I'm allowed to repeat, but I've never heard that shit before. But what I was gonna say is I used to be very much in like the vote or die camp. Now the system is too inherently flawed for me to expect voting to do anything besides for make very marginal change. The only way it's going to do anything is if extremely progressive people were voted in droves to the point where it's everybody, and that's not going to happen.
Even in the last election, I've heard a lot of the narrative being, "Yo, we're just choosing between two evils." Like at this point,
well, not even especially the 2016 one, but even with Joe Biden, the Joe Biden election was vanity. It was like Donald Trump is really fucking annoying. Joe Biden's not that annoying. He's just asleep all the time. And it's true. Joe Biden, the things have not changed dramatically since Donald Trump has left, but we don't have to listen to the fucking guy anymore. Which, hey, I'm glad about that. But Joe Biden's not making huge, over-sweeping systemic change. He's not defunding the police. He's not doing any of that shit. It's still bad. He's defending the Kyle Rittenhouse case because he's basically a fucking centrist who doesn't actually... He literally said nothing would fundamentally change in his presidency. You know what? Turns out he was right, but it's still preferable to Donald Trump because I don't have to listen to him fucking talk anymore. But regardless, the abortion ban in Florida happened under Joe Biden. The systems are too flawed for voting to change anything.
How much even from that vocal standpoint is it so much better? Because Biden doesn't speak often, but if he comes out and he starts saying stuff like this every once in a while, like, all right, you didn't have to say that dumbass shit. But
it's gonna be worse than Trump. Like
I'm just saying, Donald Trump, you hear that guy every fucking minute. I swear to God.
Listen, it was entertaining at certain points though, but literally in the last 2 weeks, this man has literally came out, dropped the N-bomb on TV, national TV, live, dropped the N-bomb casually, and the next week defends Kyle Rittenhouse. He's 0-2 right now, and ain't shit entertaining about it. Like,
he ain't said nothing funny. I ain't gonna lie.
At least Trump was funny. At least I could be like, yeah, at least I laughed.
Trump got like two. Trump got two really, really, really funny. Like I would make them my phone background, like quotes.
He's absolutely the funniest president that's ever been. Usually not intentionally, but
no, not intentionally.
No, COVID. That lady said, and you know, I've had a little throat cough, and I'm still here. That nigga said, "Fuck the interview." Oh, nope, and dipped live on Trump. Is hilarious. That nigga said, "Oh, don't call. Oh, no, we out." And just let Secret Service.
It's the fact that he said the doctors looked at my DNA and they didn't see regular DNA. They saw USA. That shit was crazy. And then one time he tweeted out, it was something happened to somebody that lost their money. He said, "Damn, they fucked up," and that's like the blackest thing to say in the world. But anyway, we can keep going.
But the point is, Joe Biden didn't fundamentally change anything. He's just quiet.
Sleepy Joe and falling downstairs.
Sean Marion feels like he should have been top.
Anyway,
75.
Sean Marion.
Sean Marion feels like should have been top 7. Sean Marion?
Yes.
Sean Marion was extremely underrated, but top 75, no. Absolutely
not over Dwight. Hell no.
Absolutely.
Get Dwight in there first.
Niggas be spitting. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas is ready to spit on Dwight, and they starting to come out the woodwork. Dwight Howard, fuck that nigga.
Dwight Howard. When we did that fucking all-time draft, Dwight Howard is one of the most disrespected players.
I knew he was gonna bring that up.
Y'all acted like Dwight Howard was some raggedy ass bitch.
Oh my god! Here you go.
Talk your shit, Rusty.
And then I see everybody going to bat about him being top 75. It's like, oh, now y'all recognize him as an all-time great center.
Oh my god! Okay,
Rusty was scrolling Twitter. Rusty was scrolling Twitter that whole week, like, fuck y'all.
Wait. Did I not just say that last week? Did I not just say that last pod?
You did.
Yo, all this Dwight love. Oh
shit, where'd it go?
Rusty left. He said, "Nah, fuck yo. We about to sit here talking about Dwight." Hey, Rusty, I was on your side, bro. I was telling niggas, bro, everybody came for Dwight being top 75. Y'all was quiet during that all-time draft, and Rusty got him, and niggas was all like, "You got Dwight at all, niggas? For this league? For these people?" Hey, bro, crazy. But back on Sean Marion, bum ass jumper looking ass, like, nigga, no, you like, bro, you can't be top 75 all time if you were never top 50 in the league. If you were never top 25 in the league at one point in time, you can't be top 75 all
crashed. Time. He was definitely top. He was definitely top 25 at some points in his career.
What?
He was an all-star. Yeah. For sure.
Hey man, those mid-2000 Suns, man, you can make argument they're a super team, but
top 25, yeah. But I still I'm not saying he has a case for top 75 all time. I don't. If that's how he feel though, that's how he feel, bro.
He should keep it to himself.
If Sean Marion is saying this in the next couple months, we about to hear the most blasphemous former NBA players come on and be like, man, fuck that, I should have been on the list. You about to hear a lot of Scottie Pippen ass stories for niggas caping to be on the list, bro.
Scottie Pippen is on a fucking MJ slander train right now, bro.
I'm not gonna lie though. He's been taken out of context like a lot.
Josh Eberly on Twitter, he has like he's actually reading the book, and I was reading a lot of those tweets. It seems like a really good book to actually listen to. I ain't reading shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what Pippen wants you to think. Sounds like a book you should buy. I wonder why I'm saying so much outlandish shit.
But he's not outright just going crazy at him. He's going crazy at Doug Collins now. If he's seen Doug Collins today, he would square up with Doug Collins straight up. But
he's been saying about Doug Collins. I haven't seen that.
He just never liked him as a coach, and the way that he used to talk to him was very much like, "Damn, bro, I'm a young player. We suck. You suck. Fuck you." And the way that he was just like, he would literally talk. Doug Collins would talk to him from a coaching perspective bad. So Scottie just didn't like that. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Like, just like, do better, bitch. Like, it would be stuff like along those. I don't know what else to say. He would just do something wrong, and he'd be like, "God damn it, this is why you're big nose." And he was like, "Damn, bro, that's crazy." And I know he hated that in the moment. But then getting wait.
I don't know. Old coaches be like that sometimes.
Old coaches are like definitely dicks. But then going to Phil Jackson next, who was like definitely a more laid back. I'm trying to understand your psychology.
The Zen master.
Yeah, and then he would also like he would say he would do that, and then on the other side like super dick ride Mike or something to that effect. And it was like, all right, so we just here, I guess. We don't even matter, I guess. Whatever, fuck it. But the Mike stuff has been misconstrued. That's what I wanted to say.
Last Dance came out. That nigga hates Michael Jordan now. That's basically all I'm seeing. Scottie Pippen hates Mike, and I'm all for it.
Oh my god. Colin Sexton will miss the remainder of the season. Torres left meniscus. Shout out to Colin Sexton. And we'll rush to these bonus topics. Apple releasing self-driving car in 2025. No steering wheel, no pedals. I swear to God, if I can't put gas in it, I will never buy that car. New York lawmakers.
You're not a fan of electric cars?
Nah.
Not self-driving electric cars.
I understand. I understand the self-driving thing, but it has to take gas thing is ridiculous to me. As long as it goes, it doesn't break down.
Well, what's the charge time? That's the thing. Like with a lot of these electric cars, it takes a decent amount of time just to charge them bitches up. Like
that's not my main concern. It's when something happens. When something happens, it's a hassle to get the issue resolved. Like it's a real deal issue. I don't know. I've had a hybrid car, and I've been around people with hybrid cars, and getting inside of a hybrid car is like the fucking worst.
From an economic and environmental standpoint, buying used cars is better than making new electric cars and buying them for a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Beamers look better anyways. I want a Beamer.
And fuck the environment, fuck economy, ecological standpoint. For me personally, like road trips in an electric car fucking suck. Because imagine you're doing a 9-hour road trip and you have to stop to charge your car. You're not stopping for gas. You stop to charge your car and it takes 60 minutes to about 2-3 hours to charge your car. That is way different than if you're running out of gas, running low. Let me stop over here for 5 minutes. Give me your drink, fill up. We back on the road. That's an inconvenience to a lot of like shit like that.
Are they? Is there typically more like
I got to imagine
mileage?
I imagine you get more than 9 hours of drive time after an hour-long charge, but I wouldn't know for sure.
I mean, yeah, because that sounds crazy.
I mean, like I said, it depends on the charge time of these cars. Like the shit I've heard, again, I could have heard wrong information, and I should do my due diligence of actually looking the information up. But from what I've heard about people that have electric cars that can charge them, it takes a minute to charge them bitches, and they don't like. You're not getting like 2-3 days worth of a charge out of them. Like if you charge them for full time, you're not riding around for like 15, 24 hours where you have to charge it again.
No matter how fast they get at the charging aspect, it'll never compare to I'm at the gas pump for, I don't know, 5 minutes max, I guess.
Yeah, but at the same time, you could also be like, maybe it's 30 minutes of charging on a 10-hour road trip, but by comparison to all the stops you have to make, that more than evens out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Because in what, the last 4 years, we have a charger that's pretty accessible that can charge your iPhone to 50% in 30 minutes. I mean, I don't expect it to be the same for cars in like the next year or two.
Yeah.
But the technology to get there is possible.
But like let's say I'm making the road trip to Atlanta, which for me is 6 hours. If you tell me 30 minutes to charge your car for a 6-hour trip, and you only have to make one stop, that to me sounds way better than you have to stop 4 times.
Yeah, no, I definitely
you wouldn't have to stop 4 times if you a 6-hour drive. Nigga, you probably stopping once.
I'm stopping. I think it's at least 3.
At least 3.
I have a small.
What kind of car you drive? I'm about to say you drive
my
a gas guzzler, nigga. Damn.
No, it's got good mileage, but I've only got
gas guzzler.
I've only got a 10-gallon tank in my car.
I got one too. What the fuck?
I don't know about that. That's
you driving a gas gobbler. That's crazy.
It's not. I have good gas mileage. I have a 2015 Nissan Sentra.
I literally have the same car. I can drive 5 hours on a full tank. 5, 6.
I don't know. Maybe it feels like more in my head because when I was driving back from Atlanta, I had to stop at a gas station in this bumfuck nowhere town where a crack whore tried to solicit sex with me. So
how much?
What'd you say?
Sounds like you had a good time. Yeah,
I'm about to say.
You got your dick sucked for $3 while getting your gas pump? Like, what are we doing?
It was 25, and I said no because she had like 4 teeth.
Even
what are you
better.
putting your hand
That
up
crazy.
For? The point is, the gas
for an extra 5. That's straight.
The point is, in retrospect, maybe it felt like more because that one trip fucking stuck out in my head. But I'm trying to stop myself from buying a new car right now because I feel it in my bones to want to get a fancy car, and I shouldn't do it. I could, but it's like a bad decision.
Ain't gonna lie. Every time Agent releases these bought a new car videos, I'm like, damn,
I want to buy a used Corvette really badly, but it's a terrible decision. It'd be a bad decision, but I really want to do it.
I'm going to be a bad decision, nigga. Live your life, Rusty. You put in these hours. You put in this work, nigga. You deserve to have your ass in a Corvette, Rusty.
And I say my mentality with money, period, right now is I'm just trying to save enough money so I can retire at 30. So I'd rather just save that money than buy a Corvette.
I mean,
I'm anti-car.
You can still do that, and you'll have a Corvette. What are we doing? You can retire at 30.
It would set me back like 40 grand.
You big ball in the wrestling. You don't need that 40 grand, bro. What's 40
You
grand?
want to retire at 30? That's your goal? You want to?
Yeah. I need $4 million to retire at 30, based on my calculations.
I feel like that goal, like once you get to that point and you're like just chilling and not doing nothing, you don't think like, especially if you have to work hard to get there. I'm not
saying I'm not gonna do anything after I'm 30. I'm just saying I would like to, if I at least wanted to, be like, hey, I don't have to work again another day in my life. I have enough money to sustain my existence until I'm dead.
That's true.
Because to me, I'm not a very like not superficial. What's the word I'm looking for? Material. Yeah. Like I got my house, I got a dog. Once I get me a woman, what else do I really need?
Whoa!
Thought you had a woman.
The craziest of bananas just donated 100 Benjamins.
I got a lot
or one
more.
Benjamin. But, you know.
That's not going to me, so I don't know what you mean by
that. That's our retirement fund. Yeah, that's our retirement fund.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let me get the super chats off.
We might be able to throw a schmeckle. Oh, 5. Rusty was feeling his gas guzzlers while getting gummy bear head. That's crazy.
I declined. It was nighttime and it was terrifying.
Fast charging is usually 20 minutes from what I heard.
And it's gonna get better. The technology is gonna get better.
What's the trade-off in the battery? Like not the battery in the car, but the battery from the the battery in the car too, but the battery in the actual or the charger, the actual charger. What's the trade-off would be my question. But nevertheless,
Beamers just look better. I'm gonna get a Beamer.
Last thing before we get into the Q&A, the 2020 election was like a South Park giant. I don't even know if we can say that, so I'm not gonna say that.
Giant douche and turd sandwich.
Can you say that?
Well, you already said it. Why do you guys always do this? Y'all dead ass say shit and like, can you say that?
But we didn't say it.
No, I said, can you say that?
Can you not say douche?
I don't know. I don't know.
At this point, it don't matter because you said it.
Yeah, like, you said it twice.
But that's far from a top tier insult.
Look at cardiac. Look at cardiac. Whoa, my salary going crazy.
I get to do work.
By the way, I don't make money off of this show, so I don't give a shit if I tank it.
That's crazy. We just got $100 and he's just TOS in it.
He was like, man, last thing, too much money. Fuck this.
Yeah. Last thing from Sabrina Lone Skew. I think she's a women's basketball player.
Sabrina Ionescu?
Lone Skew.
Lone Skew is crazy.
I wish
you fucked that name up so bad, bro.
What do you mean? I said Lone Skew.
You don't know Sabrina?
Sabrina Ionescu.
Oh, I can't.
Lone Skew.
I mean, it's a hard name to say. It's
a hard name to say. Hey, you on my dick? I ain't gonna lie. Solace.
All right, bro.
Yeah, okay. Carlo.
Not gonna lie, Benjamin.
Right, the fuck? All right. She says, I wish I could open my social media. I wish I could open my social media and see highlights about women's sports. ESPN Sports Center, Bleacher Report, etc. posts about the NBA, NFL, and men's NCAA right now. There are so many top 25 teams battling in the women's NCAA with no coverage. Do better. They're fighting a fight.
That's fucking ignorant. No, they're not fighting the fight. That's fucking stupid. That's not true at all. I open my social media and see women's sports all the fucking time. There's literally a women's Ball is Life channel on YouTube where they travel playing street basketball as a all-girls basketball team. Literally, I hate people that do this whole notion of, I want to open my timeline and see X, Y, and Z, and you do no due diligence of actually following.
I mean, you can kind of cultivate
that's on you.
Timeline to see whatever.
Like, that shit
but
is
I
stupid.
guess maybe she could have just rephrased it better as I wish there was more national top tier coverage of this stuff, like at the highest level, but also at the same time from the capitalist argument, it's that no one's the amount of people watching this by comparison to the NBA, NFL, and all that. It's like it's just not feasible for them financially. Unfortunately, that's just how the world works.
I think she's really sick of Stephen A. screaming about Kyrie Irving.
I'm sick of that too.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, even when the WNBA season was going and the WNBA playoffs and WNBA finals, you were getting coverage of like big games going on. I would constantly go through my timeline and see X player hits a crazy shot. Those are crazy pass. Like, people are covering.
Yeah, I think if you're, especially if you're just watching NBA stuff as well, it's always lumped in there. I see it all the time.
Yeah, but women's MMA gets covered extremely well. Like, you can find women's sports being covered if you look. Now, you can't. Now, if you're just sitting around waiting to be spoon-fed women content, you're fucking stupid. Like, I don't. Like,
I mean, it's not.
It's
definitely not even. It's by far and away not even coverage, but it's not non-existent either.
But again, I'm not fuck being even, because at the end of the day, these platforms, it's their platform. They can I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's not even about fucking quality. It's genuinely, it's their platform. Like, bro, whoever runs NBA highlights fucking Twitter channel, wherever the fucking Twitter page is that drops all these highlights, it's their decision if they want to post 18 LaMelo Ball highlights and 18 Zion clips. Like, that's their fucking page.
Well, it's also our decision to criticize it, though.
Don't follow it.
No one's saying it's not their right, but like, I'll criticize Bleacher Report for posting the same 3 players all the time. It's still fair to criticize.
Follow the page that's posting the players.
What is the top most seen by most people in media does matter. And like, you can criticize those, but also Damo, the power that they have.
I feel
it's
like
the same thing as like fucking Joe
them.
Rogan spreading misinformation. Like, sure, you could argue don't watch him, but he has a grasp over so many people that it matters, and you should still check those things.
Yeah, Damo, if you unfollow Bleacher Report, you're gonna know someone that's gonna retweet something from Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
So are you gonna unfollow everyone that follows Bleacher Report just to avoid their content?
Even with Bleacher Report blocked, they still come up on my timeline, which is the craziest fucking thing.
But at the end of the day,
they're monkeys.
You know what you do? You take your phone, you take this hand, and you scroll past it, because it's fucking internet. It's not real life.
You can still criticize it, though. You can still criticize it.
Yeah,
that's her.
You can still criticize it and not make a big deal out of it.
I ain't gonna lie. That's her real life, though. That's her real life.
No one is saying criticism is wrong. No one is saying criticism is wrong. Go ahead.
We got to stop treating the internet like it's not real life. Most of us, especially if you're young, are so intertwined in the internet that the argument of like, just turn your phone off or whatever, not that simple. We all exist on the internet. A large percentage of us exist on the internet. Like, that's how it is.
But what I'm saying is,
millionaires on pod.
Criticism is not saying I wish I could open my social media and see highlights about women's sports. That is blatantly wrong. You can. You just have to go out and follow it. Saying, okay, again, the statement, I wish I could open my social media and see highlights about women's sports. That's not criticism. You can actually do that. That's very possible, Omar. Like, that right there is very possible. Now, if you're saying she continues to ESPN, SportsCenter, Bleacher Report, post the NBA, NFL, men's NCAA, whatever, that's their right, because that's their page. They post what they want to post. If you don't want that, find a page that posts what you want to post. That's the joy of the internet. You can find a page that posts nothing but women's sports. You can find a podcast. Literally, I follow a podcast, Women Love Sports. They literally, it's nothing but a group of women that do nothing but retweet, post, and talk about sports. That content is out there. But you being an individual...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, if it's their right to post whatever they want, it's also my right to post whatever I want. So if I want to criticize what they're doing,
it's your right to criticize, just like it's their right to post it.
Yeah.
And she then goes on.
It's the same thing as people. Sorry, let me say this last thing, and this is gonna piss people off. It's the same thing as when people are like, you can't, or you shouldn't criticize people for not getting vaccinated. It's like, because it's your right. It is your right. It's also my right to call you stupid. So it's not a matter. It's not the government forcing you to do it. That's a different conversation. But I can say, look, this is a page that is able to do whatever it wants. That's fair. I'm allowed to, as someone who can say whatever he wants, say fuck that page for doing that thing. Same thing.
But
she also then goes to specifically name Bleacher Report, ESPN.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said that. I've seen that. But at the same time,
I'm not even saying this criticism specifically is that valid, but it is within her right to levy that criticism towards those places, even if they're pages that can make their own decisions.
Damn, black women.
All right, Dom, get your point out.
I mean, it just seems stupid to me. But that's just me. I mean, like we said, everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do. Hey, you want to sit around and be stupid and complain about shit that you have no power over, that you can literally fix by press of a button and looking up the shit you want to look up. Hey, bro, live your life.
I mean, the only thing anyone really has the right to do is die, and that's about it.
Dang.
Black women are just boy.
I just think that shit's stupid. Like, but the women, like, my thing is the people that say shit like that are also the people that don't support all women's sports. B, go out their way to themselves to support a lot of women's sports.
I would definitely say that Sabrina does, being that she's a WNBA player.
Again, I'm saying a lot of people like her, and I was about to use the example of back when we were on Locker Room, which is now Green Room. There was a whole section of people caping for women's sports, and I said it then. When this WNBA season comes around, how many of you motherfuckers about to be reposting and posting about women's sports? Literally none of them. Literally Akil. I'll name drop. Akil's the only nigga I've seen cape for women's basketball. But how many times do we see the WNBA this, WNBA that rooms? How many times we see all these niggas being fake woke about the WNBA in locker room? It was a ton of them. But only Akil was the one caping for WNBA players. Only Akil and Howard are the ones pulling up to WNBA games, reposting their shit, posting about them. They're the only two out of the tons of people doing rooms, tons of people.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I watch the WNBA actively. I watched the finals a little bit, and that was.
I want to get their hoodies. I ain't gonna lie, they got some good.
Yeah,
merch.
they do have good branding. But
I don't watch no basketball, so fuck them. All right, let's get on to this Q&A.
All right, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. We've been all over the place this pod. Not been all basketball, but we still got 500. We barely did. Y'all are the real MVPs.
Honestly, I think she just. No, I think she wants them to, like, Stephen A, to stop crying about Kyrie every week, and Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless to stop talking about fucking the Dallas Cowboys.
I feel like that's another thing. I feel like that's another thing where the cycle is just, it's just is what it is, and I don't think it's going to change.
Shannon Sharp,
we saw that.
Nah, you're a demon. You're a demon.
What up?
You're a demon. Hold on.
Shut the TV off, nigga. Damn.
That's crazy. My bad. But I ain't gonna lie, I came in here. I ain't got no Q&A.
Where you at?
I'm gonna just say where I'm at.
He's at home.
He got a white woman house.
This is my room, bro. Chill out. This is my room at home.
LED strips and all.
Yeah,
right,
don't worry about it. But I just want to say now, I think she kind of spitting though, and I ain't gonna lie. You can look at my old tweets. I go to WNBA games all the time. I love the WNBA, so I definitely cape. Fuck.
What? What's the question?
Who in that room, Jay? Who in there with you, bro?
Nothing, nobody. I'm just saying, like, I just wanted to say that.
It doesn't seem like there's someone with a gun on the other side of the camera.
It sounds like some cheeks is clapping right now. Dre, what you got going on in your room, bro?
Bro, I just wanted to say, bro, I watched the WNBA. That's all.
No one said you didn't.
Is that a sock?
No, because
that's a shirt. He ain't got no shirt on.
It's my shirt, bro. That one was saying like, that one was saying, hell, no, nobody.
This looks like after hours right now. Hold on, babe. Let me hop on the Q&A. Hold on,
bro. That one was saying, hell, no, nobody. Oh, maybe it's because you don't follow me, but I definitely tweet about the WNBA, bro. Like, y'all have literally got on me in a group chat about tweeting.
Okay. Appreciate the question.
Bro, you're the exception. You love it.
What the fuck?
Dre love women. Dre love women, everybody.
What is wrong with you?
And I will say, Candace Parker.
And he's from Chicago, so that's probably.
Oh, that's
Jonathan.
What the fuck? Oh, what's up? Man? Hey, you see this shit?
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Damn, you on my. Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy, Benjamin.
Was crazy.
My question was real quick. What do y'all think was the greatest album of all time?
I'm gonna have a very different answer from everybody else.
You about to say some Paramore shit. Also,
no. I would say Nirvana, Nevermind, but no one else is gonna agree with that.
You right. You're absolutely right.
You're right. No one agree. No one will agree.
Probably 808s and Heartbreaks. I don't know. I don't have a real answer to this question. It's just
808 Heartbreaks is the first thing that came to your mind. That's crazy.
I was gonna say mine would probably be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's a
mouthful.
Yeah. I mean that'd probably be the best album for me.
Like if you like the type of music that I like, Nirvana Nevermind is like all hits, no misses.
That's
you listen to the new Adele album?
B-Souls, what about you?
I said To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, you're factually incorrect. Okay. All right, cool.
My favorite would be After Laughter by Paramore, but that's not what I think the best is.
There it is, Sean.
What's yours, Sean?
It's graduation.
Graduation. Good pick. Good pick.
All right.
We'll get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I always feel so left out in these conversations.
Yo.
My
bad.
She's on a bus.
I am on a bus. Yes. That's it.
A fan of
Hey,
fans.
man, get that money, bro. I feel it.
Facts. But yo. Hi. First things first. Liz Cambridge. I'm taking that down.
Taking that down is crazy.
What? What did he say?
He says he's taking down.
Big Liz. She could
she could do
she could do
whatever she wants to be.
Liz,
step on me, baby.
Liz Cambridge.
Spit in my fucking face. I will let you do all the stuff Rusty says on his tweets. You can do to me. I swear to God.
I thought about mentioning her because I saw some tweet about like, would you date a girl who's 4 inches taller than you? And I was like, Liz.
I saw that side eye. You hear?
It was so funny.
That's wild to say what I've tweeted. You can do that because I've tweeted some insane shit.
That's how like much I can.
All right, let my twin ask a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Real quick, it was so funny. She said that in order for anybody to do anything with her, they have to watch her highlights first. But that's it.
I'm gonna have like a 12-hour live stream of all of her highlights.
What you think about that Lakers win tonight, man? What you think about the LeBron thing and whatever? Y'all discussed that.
Well, we talked about the LeBron thing.
It's the Pistons.
Russ was stupid, dog. I'll give him credit. Russ went crazy.
Russ played good.
Also, the Pistons, since Cade has been back, they're like a borderline 500 team with him so far. They're like 4-6 or something like that.
Best player in the league, but I guess the Pistons. Like they should beat the Pistons. And that's
the thing. See, that's the thing, though. I have no faith in watching this team at all. Like, I look at them, and I'm just like, man, they about to lose again.
Who, the Pistons or the Lakers?
They're an
The Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan.
The Lakers.
I just look at them like there's no point. They play with no energy.
My guy.
I'm just waiting for the trade deadline. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just waiting for the trade deadline. Waiting for LeBron to pull a 2018, and then we good. He about to trade everybody not named AD and Melo at this point.
I'm waiting for it too. Fuck it.
All right, appreciate the question, bro.
That's a bumpy ass road. God damn.
It sounded like there was like an elephant taking a bath.
Well,
Big Willie. Willie was good.
Throbbins.
I don't got a question. I just came to tell Rusty unblock me on Twitter.
No.
Why not? Well, don't do that, bro.
I probably did it for a good reason.
Bro, I remember exactly why I got blocked. I said I've never seen Haley Williams before. And somebody posted it, and I replied, "This hurt. This bit ugly as hell."
That's exactly why you got blocked, and you're gonna stay blocked.
That's crazy, bro. I got blocked for telling the truth.
How that Bing bong.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Big bullshit out of here.
Big bong. That's crazy.
Don't mess with.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What up?
All right. Y'all see. Y'all see D'Lo hooping recently? Yeah, the efficiency ain't there. What you hooping? All right, Angela. But I got a question for you, Donald. A couple podcasts ago, you was hating on the Heat, right? You was hating on the Heat for that fake photo. But but Isaiah Stewart on actual Demon Time, you gonna hate on him? What's up?
But listen. To explain that, yes, Jimmy Butler's a fake tough guy for what he did. I genuinely don't like Beef Stew. Like, he's a dirty player to me. So I don't care. I don't care if he punched Russ in the face. If he punched Russ in the face, I still wouldn't like him.
Dang. That says a lot.
Hey, that's wild. That's wild.
Don't ever come up here talking about D'Angelo Russell again.
Yeah, you came up here caping for D'Lo just because y'all got the same hair, bro. That's wild.
Hey, hear me out. The hair fire. The vibes. I see his face. He's cold. Can't lie, the man got drip.
He go cold a lot. He go cold a lot. Yeah, no.
Listen, there's global warming. There's just not much ice in those veins anymore. I ain't gonna lie. All right. Appreciate the question.
No, get out of here. Get him out of here.
He got some lukewarm veins. That's crazy.
Shit. Shit. I was putting my hair in, man. I wasn't ready for that.
The MVP of the super chat.
Yo.
What up? What up?
Yo.
What's up?
This one's for Rusty. Where would you rank Dwight all time for centers?
Fuck if I know. I gotta do like the list of names. I'm not sure.
He's top 10 though, right?
Probably.
I would say he's top 10.
Let me go look at my top 50 all time, 10. And I'll just count centers.
Like,
one second. I'll just look at my all-time list.
Honestly, I might be the outlier. He's better than Patrick Ewing, to me.
Patrick Ewing's overrated, but I think I still have him a little bit higher.
So is this a beanie that you have on your head, or do you have like a sideways fitted cap? Oh, okay.
It's a beanie.
I don't know why it looks so different right now. Yeah, I got him over Patrick Ewing.
A sideways fitted cap.
But also, fuck Patrick Ewing. I don't necessarily like.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 centers ranked over him.
Who's 7?
No, I have 8. I have 8.
Who's the 8?
Patrick Ewing is number 8.
Well, 7.
Let me see.
If Bill the Thrill Walton is on there,
David Robinson is 7.
Okay, 8. I can agree to that though. I can agree to 8 all time.
Huh?
Where's Hakeem?
Of course, Hakeem is over Dwight.
No, I'm asking. Where is he at?
I have Hakeem 3rd, but I would put him over Shaq. I think Hakeem. I had him 3rd at the time. I'd put him over Shaq now. I changed my mind on that.
Hakeem's the boat for me. So.
Would you have Timmy on that top 10 list?
I'm even though like you make the argument, hey, he technically played like half of his minutes at center. I'm considering him a power forward because why not?
The Blooms.
The Bloom.
Schmeckles. All right, appreciate you, crazy man.
Yep.
8 is probably where I would have him as well. Well, you know.
All right,
7.
Well, 7 because you don't like Patrick.
Yeah, fuck Patrick Ewing. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Al Horford over Patrick Ewing.
Is the camera
say Al Horford over Patrick Ewing?
That's not working. Let me see. One more.
Desmond Bain. Yo.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Hey, I got a couple of things to say. Last pod, y'all all need to get ejected for that. Everybody that was Q&A because y'all was all thirsty. Y'all all needed water. Second,
it hasn't gotten better. I ain't gonna lie.
It hasn't gotten better.
What happened? I wasn't here.
You haven't been in these Twitter spaces, man. Females are. Women have actually been in our spaces more.
That's a shock.
And,
yeah.
And they are literally they're horny off rip every single time. Like
MK.
As soon as one shows up, everybody's like, oh gosh. Hey, shut up. Oh crap. Oh dang, I'm Damo. Crap. I'm Damo. My bad. I'm Damo.
Yo, that's crazy.
Dang. Fudge. Hold on. My bad. Okay, I'm here. So why do y'all think that there's a lot of people like NBA players that's on the trade deadline? I mean, not trade deadline, trade block this year compared to last year's.
Because a lot of niggas suck this year. That's why.
I think a lot of people's window is closing, if that makes sense. So
yeah, more so contracts are like 4-year, 5-year contracts are on like 2 to 3 now. So there's more tradability in them.
Okay.
Windows closing, and people feel like they have to make rash decisions because they don't want their star or whoever or whatever to just up and say, yo, I want to be out of here. So now as a front office person, I feel like I have to make a drastic decision, which would be like, oh shit, we got to trade somebody. I wonder, I don't think the Kings will. I'm so curious about the Timberwolves around trade deadline this year. I'm really curious as to what they do.
Okay. And then one final thing, Rusty, I seen you posted a tweet about something to do with it was something to do with like your YouTube ratings or something like that was 1 to 10. What the heck does that even mean?
A 1 out of 10 means it's the best performing out of the last 10. A 10 out of 10 would be the worst performing out of the last 10.
Okay.
So
okay. So
that's
1
out of 10. If things are 1 out of 10, that's like better than getting head. If it's 10 out of 10,
oh Lord,
it's 10 out of 10. I'm looking for the tallest building near me to jump off of.
So that's during the off season, you were hitting a lot of 9s and 10s then.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. Anywho, it sucks that TSO isn't here because I got a whistle for him because he's been yelling for needing a ref suit. But yeah,
he'll be back for the next spot, bro. Be back.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll be horny on
this
spaces.
motherfucker said hopefully, man.
No, I'm being for reals because it's like he always yells for like, man, I need a whistle, man, I need my ref suit and stuff, and bro, like, get it, go get it. You got money. I mean, you know, what the heck? I'm not trying to pocket watch. But like, you know, he got a YouTube channel or whatever.
You pocket watch.
It's not that.
Watching, sorry.
Sage, he's saying if you don't,
hey, right to you, Damo.
You're broke. That's
yeah, pretty much.
Bing bong. All right, appreciate the question, bro.
That's why you got elementary school ceiling in your room.
Right before we get out of here, D'Angelo Russell. Something I think the numbers make sense filler wise, but let's just say a cap filler player and their first round pick for Russell Westbrook.
Wait, what?
Who says no? Trade.
Wait, what was the trade?
D'Angelo Russell, cap filler player, and the Timberwolves first round pick for Westbrook.
Why the hell are they trading a first round pick for Russell Westbrook?
I'm about to say the Timberwolves say no. Like they say no. After they send the trade, they say no.
You are not getting a first round pick for Russell Westbrook.
That's a steal.
Also, I've got
especially not from an ass team.
Got to get off Instagram. There's so many. There's a lot of black women on Instagram.
Okay.
You don't like black women? Follow her. Right. Drake 2.0.
No. I love my girlfriend, Damo. That's who I love.
You right.
With that being said, appreciate everybody for stopping by. This is another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast extravaganza. Rusty, thank you for stopping by for the 80th time. You will be back next week.
Sure.
Appreciate it. This dude right here. All right, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. We're gonna do outros real quick. Damo, say goodbye to the people.
All right, Chad, it's been your mom's favorite midnight snack, and we will be back Wednesday, hopefully. Hey, man, just remember, you can't stop the rain, Chad.
Hey, can we say real quick, shout out to the Bulls for being the top seed in the Eastern Conference currently?
No.
What?
Let's look at how the Celtics are doing.
Come on, did you expect any less when you get Lonzo BB Ball on your team? Like, I told you I was gonna be great though. Like,
he's not the main reason, but sure.
I just seen her without makeup, so never mind. Bye guys. We love you. Twitter Spaces, we're going crazy.
Oh yeah, those are gonna be on the clips of those might be on another channel or the clips channel. So stay tuned. Bye guys.